Tester.
Oh,
Whoa.
now it comes.
Okay. Tester, molester.
Tester.
Tester. This is Camo.
This is Jamo,
This is our test.
and hope it works. We hope.
That's like a
That it
good
works.
haiku right there.
And hope it works.
22.
22.
What's not plus 11?
22.
Drink my iced coffee that I made.
Yeah.
With the pumpkin spice creamer. That shit. Ooh.
You fall girl?
Yeah. Big PSL vibes, you know.
Big what?
PSL, pumpkin spice latte vibes.
Oh.
You know.
No.
I got on the fall colors with the big hats that the white Christian ladies wear.
Yes.
I don't know how to. I don't know. I don't know.
Pinterest girls.
You know, they got the
boutique owners.
Yeah. The boutique owners. That's so facts, especially for around here. Holy shnikes.
If you own a boutique, you love cursive handwriting.
That's facts. If you own a boutique, you love just boots.
Boots and cardigans and
Boots and cardigans and sweaters.
boots and cardigans.
Bootsy cats. James, do we have some big news or what?
I have some big news.
James,
and some what?
Okay, James.
You want me
has
to
big
tell
news.
the big news?
Yeah.
I'm engaged.
Oh, Jamie.
I popped the question.
Damn. Very excited.
Yes. It was
Dude, I'm happy for you
nervous
guys.
as balls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, James, okay, we're engaged.
We are engaged.
We are engaged. James and I are engaged officially. Separately.
But
to our
in it
loves,
together.
But also, we're engaged to the podcast game together. So, we got.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the ambiguity of we're engaged. People are going to lose their minds when they
Yeah,
read that.
like, are they
What?
homosexual?
Are they brother husbands?
Are they brother husbands or
Is
what?
it coming true?
I think
We're just going to have a family of 4.
somebody get TLC on the phone. We're gonna have a crazy.
I would fake it for a TLC show.
Oh yeah, dude, we get like 12 seasons easily.
God.
Just get brother husband's bag for the next
Brother
12.
husband. Get that brother husband bag,
Yeah.
boy. Get that brother husband check. Hit that account.
It'd be nutty.
What do you do for a living? I'm a brother husband.
Have you
I'm
seen
one of
brother
the- I'm
husbands
one
on
of the
TLC?
brothers. One of the brother
I'm
husbands.
one of the brothers. That's all you have to say. And we're like, oh my god,
Holy shit.
I have your T-shirt. I have your
What would a
brother.
brother husband t-shirt look like?
It's just us back to back, like with our arms crossed. Or we could just be pointing.
Holding up our rings.
Yeah, we each have like it's one ring, but we're each holding it like together.
It's one ring that's got 2 finger holes in it. Like a brass knuckle.
Just a single brass knuckle.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so
How did
I
it
bought
go
the,
down?
I bought the ring. I'll go a little further than that.
Okay.
I bought the ring late September, and I bought it online, which people were a little skeptical of, but I trusted the website, and
Yeah.
I have their customer service number if something went wrong. So I was like,
I will be calling the manager if something
calling.
goes wrong.
so got a Russian diamond, which is kind of cool.
Ooh.
I didn't realize how. I thought rings you would just be able to like. I guess in store maybe it's different. I could just go pick it,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't realize the price was like for the setting, like for the way the ring looks, not the diamond itself.
Oh.
So I was like,
I don't know what any of that means.
oh, okay. So like the way when I went, like the website has like the way they look, so like they're not all just the circle with the the thing on them.
Yeah.
And so some of the more
Expensive ones
yeah.
are the way the diamond is cut.
So like there's some that are like $4,000 without it, like with no diamond selected.
Holy shit.
So I was like, well, yeah, I kind of want a nice diamond. Like I'd rather have a higher quality diamond
yeah.
than the ring, but I found a good balance between the two. It took about a month, then it would get sent. So like, okay. So I got it like whatever 3 weeks ago, Friday or something. And then I was like, well, I'll just hold on to it for a little bit and wait.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I held on to it 2 days maybe. And I was like, well, I have to ask her parent. Like I have to have the ring first before I can ask. Like I was gonna ask her for her parents' blessing and all that, or ask her parents for their blessing and all that.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I have to wait before I have the ring anyway. That way I can be like, hey, look, here's this ring I want to give to your daughter. you know?
Right. Like, well, you actually have it.
Yeah. I don't want to be like, hey,
more
trust me,
believable.
it's coming.
It's on its way.
It's on its way. I'm getting here's the tracking number. The UPS man is chugging.
Here's my email, my receipt email.
So so I was like, I got the ring. So I'm like, okay, now, like, I don't have to ask her yet because I have to ask for, the parents' permission.
Right.
So then we were at her parents' property because I was like, well, I need to get them alone because
Yeah.
that's kind of. So I was like, okay, so we're at her parents' property, and she was just like laying out in the sun because she was talking about how Emily wasn't feeling great that day. So I was like, okay, I have the ring, like, and I was carrying it on me, like, to and fro her house.
Right.
I just had it in my bag. And then I walk in, and, like, her dad's, like, sitting on, like, some scaffolding or something. Like, he's just sitting up on his phone.
On some scaffolding?
Or whatever, like, you stand on to, like, paint walls. Like, there's that.
Okay, yeah.
Is that scaffolding?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know I'm not a manly man, so I don't know what the actual term is. But it's not a ladder. You know what I mean? So anyway, so he's sitting on his phone, and I'm like, oh, my God. Like,
Here it is.
will you marry me?
That's all I meant to say.
I mean, I was just like, hey, Mark, and he's like, what's up? And I'm like, I was wondering, I have a ring for your daughter.
Woo!
I can't remember what I said because I was so nervous I like blacked out.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
So then he's like, oh yeah, and he like smiled, and then her mom came in, and I was like, oh perfect, you're here.
Yeah.
2 for 1. I'm gonna marry. I want to marry your daughter.
I'm getting married. I mean, may I please? I mean, are we gonna get married?
I probably sounded like the biggest doofus, but anyway,
That's
I went
okay.
and I got the ring, and I was like, here it is, and I'm like, oh wow, and then her dad was like, well, consider yourself blessed. So I was like, yes.
Let's go.
So her mom's like, when are you gonna do it? What do you, what's your plan?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I was like, probably not right now. And she's
do it
like,
now. Go
someone
do it
has
now.
to videotape it. And I was like, we had talked before, and it was like, we didn't even want to go to like a public place.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's awkward.
It is. It's very I'm super happy like with the way that I did it.
Yeah.
Like too.
And
I
I think
feel like it's more intimate. If
exactly.
You
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
There's something special about it just being the two of you.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, I guess, but for me, it would have been like my parents and her parents, and I was like, I'd rather just give her the ring than have to schedule a play date. You know what I mean?
Make sure everybody has work off and all 10 people.
Right. All 10 of our parents. So anyway, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I won't do it. I'm not going to do it right now. I probably won't do it today. Well, I ended up doing it that day because I was like, the way I was thinking about it, it's like, why am I holding on to it? Like, I want her to have it. I have it. I have her parents' blessing. So, so we left separately. We went back to her house. And so she was like putting away clothes or whatever. So flashback to like when we were dating, it was like September or whatever. I can't remember if I like never officially asked her out on a date or something, but we were in the library at IUK, and like the study rooms have those whiteboard walls.
Yeah.
And I just wrote date ? Like yes or no, just like as a joke, like will you go on a date with me? And so she has a little whiteboard in her room that when I get home, because I get off work and get to her house before she does, I'll write like a motivational thing or, keep your head up, you're doing great, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So I wanted to write like Mary. So I ended up writing like Mary ? With a yes or no. But I needed her to leave because
Yeah.
I was like, well, I can't just write it and then, have her read it and turn around. I want her to see it. So I was like, can you get me a glass of water? And she's like you can't get yourself one?
Yeah.
I was like,
get your own, motherfucker. What are you talking
I
about?
know. I was like, can you just give me a glass of water? So anyway, so I wrote it, and then I hid behind the bathroom door. There's a bathroom right next to her room.
Yeah.
And her room's at the end of the hall, so when she walks up the stairs and goes to her room, she would be able, if like she was like looking dead at it, she could see it.
Yeah.
So I was nervous, so I closed the door to her room a little bit, but it doesn't stay shut, so it starts creaking open. And I was like, and she said something like, what are you doing? And I thought she saw me in the bathroom because I'm like hiding behind the door, but there's a mirror. So I'm like, she probably saw me, and I just fucked this whole thing up. And she opens the door and then kind of like notices it when she puts the glass on like her little, like her table, like her makeup, like desk or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and I was on one knee. And I was like, I have to do it. So.
That's cute, Jay. You made me
I
cry.
was like, can you write yes? Can you actually check
Can
yes?
you circle it?
Just so we can be sure.
Yeah. I need like confirmation. Use like Sharpie and circle it. Permanent marker and circle yes.
So anyway, so
Dude, Congratulations.
So I felt bad because she didn't feel great, but I was like, you're never gonna have like a perfect time. Like that's what I was thinking. Like there's never I have it. I like all.
If you're waiting on the perfect, like the most perfect moment, you're gonna be waiting forever.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather have her have it now.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm just gonna hold on to it. You know what I mean?
Right. Just have it in your pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just got this on me.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be what? Oh shit! I meant to give this to you.
Sorry.
Well,
I forgot. Bro,
crazy.
isn't that weird?
What?
I meant to give this to you like a year ago. I don't know
Anyway,
what happened.
so my worst fear came true though, and it was a little too big.
What? The ring?
Yeah.
So like it doesn't really fit on her finger.
So it's getting resized
Damn.
now, but I was like, oh.
That's still cool though. I mean,
But she loved the ring, and I was happy with it. I'm proud of it because I was like, dude, I did my research. That's a damn good diamond.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah, dude.
Got her what she wanted, which is the main thing. So now we're in wedding planning
ooh,
phase.
it's exciting.
It is, and it's also like nervous.
It's very nerve-wracking.
Yeah, and I just applied for like the state police.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get it, I'll be gone for 6 months, like at the academy.
Nikes.
So it's kind of balls because I won't like. I'll have that Saturday off, then Sunday, and then I'll have to be back Monday. Like, cause we're thinking like October, or like we're thinking a year from now, kind of. So it's pretty stressful on her. So she's definitely being a champ through it all.
Trooper, absolutely. Yeah. The way we're doing it is kind of like it's much easier, and like we're kind of going through like this whole like eloping thing. So where like an elopement basically is if it's like 10 and under people.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's why like you can go through this like whole thing where like this whole company that will pretty much plan everything for you, and it's way cheaper than like a
wedding,
big ass wedding. Yeah. It's way cheaper than that, and it's like they pretty much do everything for you. Like they have the photographer, like the videographer ready, like makeup, and just like setting up everything, and all you basically have to do is like you meet up and then kind of do the rehearsal, whatever, and then you go through it. So like, and that's what we're doing like in Hawaii too, because
oh no shit,
yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Oh, sorry then.
It's okay.
Yeah, dude. Next,
I knew it was in May, right?
Yeah, next May.
Yeah,
we're going to Hawaii.
And you guys are gonna stay there, or are you coming back?
Like forever?
Yeah, like eloping, like running off elopement.
Yeah. So I'll be out of here.
Really?
Yeah.
What? What's in Hawaii?
Dude, I'm just playing.
Okay. I thought maybe.
Do you think I would be serious?
I thought maybe you would.
Oh, no.
Like,
well, I mean, we're going to go and then stay like an extra week for the honeymoon.
Right.
And then come back here, obviously. Okay. And then.
Yeah, like, it was obvious.
Yeah, super obvious, James. Whoa. But then, like, the plan is to have, like, a big reception here when we get back here. That way it's, like, we can have everybody, you know? And then just do, like, a little thing where it's, like, very, like, close, tight-knit in Hawaii with, like, both of our families, and then come back and do, like, a big...
Do, like, a celebration more.
Yeah. Big reception celebration thing, which is I'm very excited about.
That sounds cool.
That thing with that, like, that company, they have a bunch of different locations, and it's like the most beautiful locations.
Like sandals.
Yeah, no, seriously, like we're getting married like on the black sand beach.
Oh,
like
wow!
That black sand beach in Hawaii.
Yeah,
that's where we're getting married.
Wow,
like
that'll be tight. Yeah, dude,
I'm excited, bro. Like she's gonna be nutty. Yeah.
Do you have like certain things you want? Sorry, I wasn't sure what to talk about next.
I don't know. Can we go for? Because I have like one topic, but it's just like so. It's off the wall. Like.
I do have a question about the wedding. Do you have like certain things that you want though? Because I'm very much like I literally, if we get married, that's all I need.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So it must be like a guy. Maybe it's a guy thing then, because Emily's like, okay, this is our color palette that we're doing.
Yeah.
And she has a vision.
Cindy was the same way until we kind of like, whoa, this is expensive and we don't have this kind of money. Yeah. Like there's no way we could afford like a big wedding here.
Yeah.
Like there's no way we could even afford like a small wedding here.
Oh, really?
But like going through the company and then even going to Hawaii and staying there.
It's probably taking off a lot of.
It's cheaper and it's just raised stress from the both of us. Cause like both of us, I mean, we're way too busy like right now to plan a wedding, first of all. Mm-hmm. And it's expensive. We don't have that kind of money. So that's kind of why we're going with the way that we're going.
Yeah.
just because like I don't have the money for that shit.
Gotcha.
I think I don't really know how they do it. Like the company is gonna do it, but like I don't know if like we can pick out color palettes and they'll go with that. I'm pretty sure that's what we can do, or if it's just like already like you're doing it this way.
Right.
I would be like I highly doubt that it's like that, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should have read the fine print.
You're getting yellow and purple color. That was the fine print.
We love the Lakers at this company.
We love like Kobe forever.
We get married in
You
Kobe
gotta stand
shoes.
on this basketball when you get married.
You gotta slam dunk.
Yeah, you gotta dunk it in order to get married.
The Unity dunk.
The Unity alley-oop dunk, triple backflip,
Unity layup.
yeah.
Unity alley-oop.
Rebound. I'm just saying basketball things. I have no idea what any of those
Field
words
goal.
mean. What I was thinking about,
Go
like
ahead.
one of my topics is, I guess it kind of goes with what we're talking about now about growing up. Like, is there things that like, are there like small things that you've realized, like as a grown up, like as an adult now, that you like were doing wrong your whole life or like thought like didn't matter? Like the one thing I noticed, like the other day I was using the bathroom and I was like, my entire life I have used absolutely way too much toilet paper each wipe. Like way, like there's no way that like I should be going through this much toilet paper. As like the other day I'm like, I'm like 15 20 squares, bro. And I'm like, I need 5 tops. I'm like, I don't know why, like I get like anxiety that I'm gonna like break through, so it's like I gotta like
It needs to be like a pillow.
yeah, exactly, for each wipe. And I was like no wonder like my mom had to buy toilet paper every fucking day, like because I'm sitting here just using the whole roll.
Just roll, one roll at a time.
One roll per poop.
Wasn't sure. I was trying to think of things that, as an adult, that think of your question. And it's funny that you mentioned that because that's something I had. That's an epiphany I had recently.
Really?
I was like legit. I'm like, I used to go like, and just kind of go like,
oh yeah, let it go, hit the floor.
Yeah, and then fold it.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, I'm like, wait, yeah, I am. What am I worried that my finger's gonna, like how, not even
like
using
use
it that
Hulk strength up my asshole. Like there's no way.
Pop my own asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just
but
trying
I was
to
like, I'm
finger
not
yourself
even.
at that point.
I'm not even like. It'd be different if I was like, digging
Scraping.
in there. Yeah, but it's like I'm not even
It's not even that.
that strength
It's like
isn't even there.
It's like a nice little wipe. Like there's
Yeah,
no
it's
reason for that.
It's just a gingerly
Gingerly,
brush
daintily brush on the asshole.
on Lee.
But that's
Lee
I seriously. I
asshole.
was like sitting there. I was like, there's no reason that I need to use all this toilet
Yeah.
paper. And I think that was like now I have to buy my own toilet paper. I'm like,
I think I just grew up a little bit.
yeah.
was like-
It's like a mix. I grew up a little bit and then realized I have to buy my own shit.
I don't know if there's anything I've thought of that like as an adult.
No,
Nothing
nothing?
that comes to mind. I
Other
can
than
understand
TP?
other than TV.
I respect that.
I understand like just being tired a lot often.
Yeah, being
Like
exhausted.
I never got why people just drink. Like why do adults always drink coffee? And
Yeah,
it's like it makes sense.
you need it just to.
Yeah,
get
I
on.
drink like caffeinated water just about every day. So
Yeah.
it's like
I just had a
Okay.
coffee
just
while we're
now.
doing this just now.
Because you're an
I
adult,
just
damn
drank
it.
it. And I just like the flavor.
Pumpkin spice adult.
Pumpkin PSA.
Some PSA. Probably also that like things aren't ever like with the engagement and everything. I'm like, there's never gonna be a perfect time for like anything.
Okay.
That's kind of what I've realized because like
Yeah.
trying to figure out my career situation is like, okay, I definitely don't want to be here, but if I could see if I had to work at Kinsey for how like the rest of my life, it's like I probably would complain a lot, but if I had to, I would.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, remember Mr. McManus, math teacher?
Yes.
When I remember one time he was talking about how he was actually going to school to be a pilot, and
Really?
then he met his wife and then was like, I'll be a math teacher. I'm like, wait, what the fuck?
Where did you get that from? It's
Yeah,
like,
how do you, that's a couple steps down.
That's a big old swerve to like
Shouldn't
pilot
say
to
step
math
down.
teacher.
But yeah, that's definitely a change of pace. And now I get it, because now it's like, oh, okay, if I had to be a custodian, you know what I mean? To like, I don't know. If I had to. If there's a world where it's like you can either, I don't know, be a famous podcaster and not be married to Emily, or work as a janitor and you can marry Emily.
You'd be a janitor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
Before it never really computed. I was like, wait, why did you just not be a pilot? Why wouldn't you just be
why
a
did
pilot?
you stop?
Yeah. It never made
yeah.
sense that like sacrifices like that or
and like
something
compromises. And,
yeah, exactly.
And, like
I never understood
I don't
compromise
know.
until now.
Yeah, that does make. I understand that too. I guess I made a lot of compromises and sacrifices in my day
Yeah.
just to try and be like a happier person.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's like the biggest thing is you really see like what does make you happy and like what does like that your plans not always lead to like your happiness.
Yeah.
And so you just kind of have to change up your course.
Especially because how little things do go to plan. Like.
Yeah. Nothing ever goes to plan.
Yeah.
Nothing ever goes how you plan it.
And it's super cliche to be like, you only need a few really good friends. But, like, I feel like it's true.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not dying for friendships. Because
No.
it's like I've got.
You know, yeah, I've got my select few.
Yeah.
Like I've got my boys.
I've got the cut.
The cut. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm in there.
I'm in the
I'm in
cut.
there. Oh, I'm in the cut. You made the cut, Cameron.
Bro, you're on the team.
Hell yeah. James, you're, like, out of any other team, I'm happy to be on yours.
Aw. Well, that's why we're engaged.
Yeah, I was going to say, should we kiss now or later?
It's all, they can't see us, so they'll never know.
Yeah, they'll never know if that was real or not.
Joke's on them. Get some very good podcast fanfic.
Yeah. Just a full-on story of us getting married and living happily ever after.
I'd love to see like an animated episode of just some of the stuff we talk about.
Dude, me too.
That'd be cool.
That'd be so
If
cool.
anyone out there can do animation.
Any one of our 10 viewers, 10 listeners.
Is it that even? I don't even know.
Dude, it can't be anything anymore. It's kind of sad. It makes me want to cry.
Well, this is a good segue. I didn't say why. I was like, because when did we record last? Was it a week ago?
Maybe.
Maybe 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Either way, I'm 99% sure I caught COVID, so I was like, just not today.
not tell me?
No, like I just won't try and schedule a
podcast.
Not
this week. You're like, you know what?
I was like, I don't want to get him sick.
Yeah,
so.
I don't want to freak him
out.
out.
But I also
either.
don't want to. Yeah, exactly.
I just won't communicate and be like, it'll be all right. But which it is. I mean, I think that's how we work. Yeah,
exactly. Just push it way down and don't bring it up.
Yeah. Until the last minute. It's like, oh, you want to record tomorrow? Sure. I'm not doing anything. Luckily, I'm at work.
Sitting in my bed, just like drenched in fever, sweat, and
yeah. Can't breathe.
On
Can't
NyQuil.
taste anything. Yeah, dude.
I didn't have that. I tasted it. I was fine.
Then you did not have COVID.
But I had a fever.
Okay, then you did have COVID.
See?
Damn.
So we went to church, and my aunt, we sat right next to my aunt, which apparently was our fatal mistake. Because then she was feeling sick the next day, and then they got tested positive. And I was like, well, I'm not feeling bad. And then Emily, that was when she was the day I proposed to her was around the time when she's like, I don't feel that great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's not sick, but she's like, I just don't feel 100%.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, I was like, we were talking about how my immune system, I was like, I haven't been sick in like years.
Yep. And then you get sick.
And then the next day, I was like, I don't.
Because I want to say
a little
that.
Achy.
I want to say that really bad, what you just said, but I'm not going to because I'm not going to jinx it.
Yeah.
You know.
So the next day I get sick, but I was just like achy. And I was like, maybe it's because we were, cutting wood down, or like maybe I'm just sore.
Yeah.
But like getting out of bed felt like a lot. And then Tuesday, the day I had to go to work, I woke up and I was like, man, I got out of the shower and I was like, man, I feel like, it's like cool sweat. Like you're not hot and sweaty, but it's like you feel like cold and sweaty. I felt like that. And I took my temp. It was like 100. I was like, okay. Then I took it again. It was like 101.8. And I took it again, but then it's like 99. So I was like, I'm going all over the place. So I
You
was
gotta
like,
find the median, bro.
I know. So I was like, I don't know what to do. My mom was like, Emily's like, just call in. I was like, I'll just go to work and see.
Yeah.
Because I wear a mask all day anyway. It's like, I'll just wash my hand extra. So I went to work, took my temp, and it was 98 or whatever.
Oh shit.
So it's like, okay. I just blasted cold AC on my face the whole way to work.
Really? Yeah. You just got like an ice pack on your head the whole time.
It's like, do it right here, please.
Yeah.
That's where the ice cube was.
This is the most efficient spot right here. This
It's
one
most
by
accurate.
1 inch by 1 inch radius.
Yeah, square. And
That's a big ass tractor going down the road. I
Dude,
wonder if
is
that's loud on the mic. Holy shit.
and yeah, I went to work and I just felt tired. Like I was just exhausted all day. But
But in like this weird haze. I feel like whenever
Kinda,
I
yeah.
kind of like get sick like that, I'm just like in this
everything's
weird,
a blur where it's
Yeah,
like you
you're just
don't.
like-
That's when I noticed too. I like thinking wasn't. I was like, I can't think.
Yeah.
Like my head feels hollow.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I don't feel like I don't have a thought, and then it like continues. I feel like I have a thought, and then it just like echoes into nothing.
Yeah.
That's how like deep I was like, holy shit. I was like, my brain is empty, but I don't ever feel like there's anything in it anyway. And so I went to work and I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that, right? But then Wednesday, they were like, they were asking me to work the next day. And luckily, I was scheduled to get my fingerprints done for my concealed carry.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be one of those people now that has like a Glock sticker on their car and all that. But I was like, no, I can't. I have an appointment. And I just left it at an appointment.
Yeah.
So that way.
I respect that.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, okay. And then Wednesday, they were like, hey, we want you to, can you work midnight or like 12 to 8 or 4 to 12, like 4 to midnight instead of 8 to 4 tomorrow? And I was like, actually, I'm not feeling well. I'm not coming in tomorrow.
Ooh.
And they're like, okay. So I didn't have to call in, and I feel like I'm such a blimp in that facility anyway that no one knows.
Yeah.
Like today, I got a call that's like, hey, I don't even know if you're scheduled to work it or not, but there's an 8 to 4 available. It's like, thanks for doing that at 6 a.m.
Yeah. Much appreciated.
Yeah, because there's like there was a stretch of like 2 days in a row where they called and they're like, hey, we have an 8 to 4 available, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm working it. Like, okay, so
Dude, that's so annoying.
so it's not really available.
Yeah, I'm scheduled to work that. I don't know. Are you reminding me or asking me?
I was like, thanks for the courtesy call.
Yeah.
It's 7 a.m. or what? It's 5 a.m.
It's
or
like
whatever.
a doctor's office. It's like,
Yeah.
hello, James. We just would like to remind you that you have to be to work in 2 hours.
Just remember, you do have to come to work today. In 2 hours, we will see you then.
Dude,
No, but I didn't feel that bad, and then I had a fever for a couple days. I was just chugging NyQuil though. Like
really?
Every 6 hours I was taking some NyQuil so I could sleep. But every time I went to sleep, I was sweating. And I think it was my body just trying to burn it out. But like I have a weighted blanket now because I have autism. So
Yeah?
my dad was reading on Reddit because he's like a restless sleeper because of all the medications he's on and then his health issues. And he was reading that a weighted blanket. It was kind of good because it weighs you
kind
down.
of like.
Yeah, well, apparently it wasn't enough. Like, it wasn't heavy enough for him.
Yeah.
He's too much of a man or too bipolar for...
Too autistic.
Too autistic for the weighted blanket, and he would just roll it around. But it's weighted, so it wakes him up because of how much,
Oh, my God.
how much force he's having to
Yeah.
use. So he gave it to Matthew, my little brother, and then he didn't use it. And so now I'm stuck with
Shit, I'll use it.
thirds.
I like it. I mean,
like
we used to use one all the time, but
Yeah.
it's just
It
been
gets
folded
heavy.
up in the corner for a
It gets
while.
hot really
That's
fast.
that's the reason we don't anymore. Is because I get hot anyway.
Yeah.
Like even in the dead of winter. Yeah.
30 degrees.
Like
20
January,
Yeah.
where it's like -30, I'm still sweating, just in underwear in bed, with a sheet on. I'm like, I got icicles coming out of my nose right now, but the rest of my body's
Sweating.
on fire. Dude, kind of speaking of getting sick, the other day at work, I got the craziest migraine, and I haven't had a migraine since senior year of high school. And that, I remember, I know when I'm getting migraines is because do you get them?
I got one that I was for sure of because I had confused. I thought migraines were just bad headaches. I weren't.
No.
Exactly. I was just like, I think I've probably had a migraine before because I've had a headache.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I got a migraine. I was like, fuck, that is not a headache.
It's nothing like a headache. Like the first, the one I remember about high school is like first period. I'm sitting there, and I know when I'm gonna get a migraine is I start getting vision spots, and
Okay.
so like I get like spots in my vision that the best way I can explain it is like it looks like little spots in my vision that look like like on like an old TV, and it's got like the white noise, the
Okay,
snow,
yeah.
the snow on the TV.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like in parts of my vision.
Hmm.
And then it just got worse and worse during that first period, and there was a point where I could like hardly see at all, and I'm just like, I tell the teacher, I'm like, I'm about to have a really bad migraine. Can I go to the nurse? And she's like, yeah. And I go to the nurses and I lay down for like 10 minutes, and the migraine starts, and I'm like, oh shit, because usually I'll get the vision spots, and then when they go away, that's when the migraine starts. So like the vision spots start going away.
It's like a brace. Like, get ready.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Like,
Hold the fuck on.
I mean, it's kind of nice for a warning, because it's.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, it's like, oh, okay, now I gotta go lay
You
down.
got 10 minutes to drive home at 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, but I'm at school, and she's like, "Do you need to go home?" And she's like, "Did you drive?" And I was like, "Yeah, I drove. I can drive home." And she said, "Didn't you just say that you couldn't see?" And I'm like,
Busted.
I'm like, yeah, but I really couldn't see, and I was just like, I can drive home. It's okay, because that's how I am. I'm really bad about that.
I'm super bad about that.
About like driving. I'm like, I'm good enough to drive, and like even if my windows are like fogged up or snow in the winter, I'll uncover like barely anything,
enough for my eyeball to see through.
and I'm like, I'm fine.
I can do it.
And one time I did that, my mom saw me, and she's like, I better never see you driving like that. I had snow on both, like the driver's side window and the passenger side window. I had snow fully on both, and like going through stop signs where like it's only a two-way stop sign,
Right.
where I could have easily got T-boned. And I'm like, I'm fine.
Ooh,
My mom's like, if I ever see you driving like
I've
that
never been that
again,
bad.
like I'll kill you. Like I'm like, it's fine.
I remember one time, I don't know what was happening with my windows, but they were like fogging up, and I was on 31. And I'm like, so like I cranked the defrost, and then just like that front, I have that front, whatever AC thing that blows to like heat up the window. And I remember it was like, because it heats up where the air's coming from first. It was like in the middle. Mm-hmm. So I remember like I was driving with my
I've done
body
that before.
leaned to the right, and then looking through. I almost pulled over and like scraped it or something. I don't know what I
your
would've
like
done,
head's kind of like hanging over the center console.
Yep.
And you have to like, and your arms are to the left. I've done that so many times.
Yeah.
But with the
migraine.
I get the migraine at school. I lay down for like 10 minutes, and then I just go violently puke. Like it makes me puke really bad. Like when I get migraines, and then I get picked up and whatever, and I'm shot for the rest of the day. And at work, it was like I had to work from like 10 to 6:30 or something like that. I don't remember. And it was around like noon. I'm in the back room like helping pack packages, and I bend over, and then I started like seeing this like it looks like I forget what it's called. Like when the light like gleams, like the lights are like gleaming, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like I feel like I just closed my eyes, or
like when
I feel like
close your eyes and you can see like the light impression.
Yeah.
Eyelids,
And I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
And then I start getting the vision spots, and I'm like, oh shit. And so I'm like walking around, and I tell one of my bosses, I'm like, I'm about to get the craziest migraine in my life. Like I can hardly see right now. I don't know what to do. And she's like, okay, just go stand outside for a minute. And I just go stand outside, and just for like 10 minutes.
Just stand like arms at attention and everything. Just
I'm dead. I stand for like 10 minutes
I'm
outside.
Die outside of Target.
Yeah.
In Kokomo.
I'm like, okay, this didn't help. And everybody's still working. And I tell like 3 of my bosses, and they're like, damn, that sucks. And I'm like,
have you no sympathy?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm seriously about to like,
I'm gonna puke everywhere.
I'm gonna throw up.
Like, you should have been like, I'm about ready to throw up.
I'm just like, oh, this is shitty. So I just take, like, I was wearing a red flannel. I take that off, and I just start wandering around the store, like still on the clock. I'm just kind of
wandering. As a customer?
Yeah, like, as a civilian. Yeah. I'm just aimlessly, I'm just like, ugh. And then I go to the medicine. I look at the medicine, trying to find like migraine medicine, and I can't find any. And I'm just standing there, and I hear someone say Cameron on the walkie, and I'm like, oh shit. and I thought it was one of my bosses looking for me, and I'm like, oh damn. I'd just be like, I was looking for medicine. It's fine. But I was seriously for like 15 minutes. I was just kind of like aimlessly, like my eyes are half
Like a
closed,
zombie.
like wandering around the store, still on the clock, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then they call me. They're like, hey, we really need you back up to service desk. And I'm like, ah, shit. But I start getting my vision back, and I'm like, okay, here we go, with the migraines about to start, and I could feel like in the center of my in the center of my brain, it
Right,
felt
like inside.
yeah,
not your
it
forehead.
starts there, and it's only like maybe it wasn't even like noon when I started. It was probably like 3 or 4 when like the vision spots started like starting, and so then by this time it's like 4:30. I'm back at the service desk, and they tell me, they're like, hey, we have somebody else coming in, so if you really don't feel good, you can go home. And I'm like, oh shit. It's like 4:30. I'm like, yep, I'm going home. I get here. I look at Cindy, and she's like, you need to go lay down. And I'm like, okay. I run upstairs, strip to my undies, jump in the bed, throw a pillow over my face, and I'm like, okay. Like, it's starting. And I just, like, it feels like someone is just, like, stabbing my brain. And just like trying to rip my skull out, and I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, that's how I
really
feel. I feel like someone had their hand around my whole head, like my whole brain, and just like squeezing it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
but I get up to go throw up because I felt it coming, and I just sit over the toilet for like 10 minutes, and she's like rubbing my back and stuff,
dude, that
like
cold
taking
porcelain.
care of me. Yeah.
You're just hugging that toilet.
Yeah. Oh, it feels so good.
Yes.
But I don't throw up. I go lay back in bed, and she said, Cindy was like, here, take 2 Benadryl, and that's the last thing I remember. I took the 2 Benadryl, put the pillow over my face. That's the last thing I remember. It was 5 p.m. I fell asleep for the night.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, it killed me.
Wow.
It just incapacitated me. Woke up at 2 a.m., like, fine. And I'm like, now I'm wide awake. I went to bed at 5. I went to bed before the sun even went down. So it's 2 a.m. I'm like, okay. I get up and go downstairs and just, like, chill and, like, watch a podcast for a couple hours. Like, dude, that was, like, the worst night of my life.
I don't think I've ever been that sick at work. Like that whatever happened a week or 2 ago was the sickest I've been. And I just was like tired, and I was exhausted. And I was just like, I'm just ready to go home.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
that deep exhaustion.
Yeah. Like that's what, like, being tired and like exhausted is like a physical, like, I feel like exhausted is like when your body's like tired.
Body's like, yo, go sit down, bro.
But like being tired is like when my eyes are like, it's just in my eyes or whatever. But
exhausted, like when you really feel exhausted, that's your whole body, like, yo,
rest.
like
lay down, bro.
Yeah, like chill out for a second, man.
But it was funny because they weren't doing anything, because I don't know what was happening. Maybe it was election day. No, that was too recent. Can't remember what it was.
I can't believe we haven't talked about that.
Oh yeah, we can.
Biden's the new president,
bro.
And Trumpy's
okay.
Allegedly.
Bro, hear me out though. What if something happens?
What if something happens?
And
dude?
Trump's the president.
That would be insane.
I'm not prepared for that.
I'm not either, and I feel like there's a.
That's what I mean. Like, that's why I'm hesitant to be like Biden's president, because like I'll say he is for now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'll say it with certainty once that court thing. Not that I'm gonna be like, well, he couldn't have won. It has the red wave, because it's like, dude, if he won, he won. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm just holding on to the thought, like, that's on brand for 2020.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like if it doesn't happen, then I'll be like, oh, that's weird. It's like, oh, he actually is president.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'm not like scared for Trump to be president. I'm not really scared for Biden to be president. But I am just waiting to be like, what if some shit happens?
Yeah.
And then Trump's president? Like, the country cannot handle that.
No. Some shit's going to happen. That's why I'm really scared. Like, I feel like either way, I'm scared to see the outcome. Like, I feel like either way, people are going to be just weird about it. And I know there's a lot of it, like, on the internet. And I'm just saying, like, I don't understand the people that have made this whole, like, election. And this is really the first I've seen, maybe because I've grown up, like, I'm actually an adult this is happening. This is the first I've seen people, like fully engulfing a presidential candidate as their personality, and like to push. I don't know how to explain it very well. Like
I don't-
you know what like the
I know what you mean, though.
people like the Trump supporters are like they live, breathe, and eat Trump.
Yeah.
Like have the Trump flag like welded onto their Ford F-150 pickup Raptor. Like I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, people said the last election was the most important election. People said that the election before, like, this is kind of how presidential elections work.
They're all more important than the next.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, was it really that different when Obama was president? Like, did it affect your life that much versus when Trump's president? Like,
Are you talking about me or like talking about
like the pejorative you? Like, just in general, like, just because Biden's president and you supported Trump doesn't mean your world is now. You're not going to be in shackles now.
Yeah.
Like, you're not. I feel like your life will be pretty much the same. There'll be a few things that you can argue about, I guess, that'll be different, but I feel like for the majority,
it's going to be the same.
The governor of your state is more important to your life than the president. But
it's weird. It's a weird time.
I don't know. It is definitely a weird time.
I feel like I was just going to say something. I don't even remember what I was going to say. I saw like a meme on Facebook. Some Trump supporter posted. One of my friends that's a Trump supporter posted, and it said, like, are you getting ready for the Civil War? Like, we have 8 million bullets.
Oh.
And you guys don't even know what bathroom, like, which
bathroom to use.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, that's so weird. That's so weird to be, like, transphobic. And, like, but I guess it's on par with the, with that demographic.
I don't know. Memes are weird, right?
James, you're weird, dude.
I know. Well, because I didn't vote, to be honest. I didn't get to because I had a shit show to deal with it. We're with this girl. I'll tell about it later, but
I didn't vote.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to be like a diehard Trump supporter. However, I would have voted for Trump, but I'm also not the type to be like, that's what I mean. Like, if he's president, he's president. If he's not.
Yeah, we're still going to wake up.
Yeah.
We're still going to wake up in the USA.
Yes.
We're still going to see the same people we see every day.
Yeah.
We're still going to go to work. We're still going to go get gas. We're going to do everything the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Like, I mean,
they're putting, like, that's what I mean by every year is the most important. It's like, okay, no, it's not.
I feel like.
But I get why it's important, but it's not the most important. Like, I feel like we're not at war.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just so much pressure that people put on it, and then it's
it dies out, and then I feel like there's so much pressure on it, and then after the election, it dies out until like the year before the next election.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hear about it for the next 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
It'll die out until a year before the next election.
Yeah.
Like that's just how it goes.
I mean, it's just politics. Like it's political. Like. Whoever, it doesn't matter. Like, okay, if Trump wins, the next 4 years of Trump's going to be worse than, like, in terms of how, like, people are going to say this is the worst. The country can't handle 4 more years. It's like, okay, well, if something happens, which I'm really doubtful for, but I'm still.
Yeah, you never know. There's a sliver.
I'm like 5% waiting for.
There's a sliver.
Yeah. And then it's like, the country can't handle that. And then it's going to be about how this 4 years he's worse than he was last 4 years. Like, well, at least 4 years ago, he was less of a racist or whatever. But then it's like, if Biden wins, they're gonna be like, we can't handle four years of Biden. At least Obama. So it's like, no, it's just political.
Yeah,
like,
nobody's ever happy.
Yeah.
Nobody should be happy.
Yeah, whoever wins 50% of the country is going to be unhappy with it. So it's like,
yeah, that's true. It doesn't matter.
That's why I've stepped away. Like, it's still really interesting to me. And it is fun because you get to argue and, like, debate a little bit about policy, but it's like...
It's not
that... Like, I hate to feel like it's not that deep, but it's like... Yeah.
It's, it doesn't...
I'm ashamed if we can't... a socialist. It's like, okay.
Okay.
Well, he might be your president, so...
Yeah, so you're going to have to...
Buckle up and...
Get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking, like, how many people, like, when Trump was elected, that were like, he's not my president. I'm moving to Canada.
Yeah.
How many Trump supporters are gonna say the same thing about Biden? Like, he's
I
not
don't.
my
I don't. I
president.
don't feel like they will. To be honest, I don't think they will. And then I saw a meme where it was like the 4 years of not my president, and now it's like, people are. I can't remember how it was worded, but it was basically like because he's contesting the election, and they're like, quit complaining, or like get out. And like, well, he was. The whole point was if he wasn't the president, if he wasn't your president, then why did he lose, like, the presidency? I feel like I really butchered that.
Yeah, dude, you lost me on that.
Yeah. So people were saying like he's not my president and all that, but they're like, Trump lost his job, but his job was the president. So like,
so like, he is your president.
he is your president. Yeah, or
If
he
you
was.
say that-
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that shit's stupid.
I don't know, man.
It's
The country
tough.
can definitely handle it though. We've had way worse. I'd even say people in office probably before. Like, there's so much of our history we don't know about.
Yeah.
In terms of like how presidents were, and like people 100 years ago might not have been tweeting about it, but they were
The same shit was still
exactly
happening.
People were. It's probably worse because people didn't have as much communication, so they were like, people were probably freaking out.
They didn't have as much
They
information.
didn't know. Yeah, exactly.
We probably have like 75 or like 80% more information than they did even 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Even 20 years ago. Like, especially now more than ever in this year alone, like it's just a whole different world, you know, just living through social media and like gaining news through social media and gaining like,
I don't even like, I hate to be the people like, don't trust it, but it's like, I don't even know if I like it yet. Cause that's the only reason I had Twitter, and I'll still hold on to like, that's how I learned about current events is more through Twitter than Instagram. But it's like, I watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix. It's like a documentary.
yeah.
And I was like, ooh, yeah, that's kind of right. And I was also reading a statistic where it's like there's a direct correlation between like the invention of social media, like Instagram and Twitter, and then like self-harming, depression, suicide rates in like teens and girls especially.
Like those go up simultaneously.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
it's
it makes
like,
sense. I feel like
it's like, but it's like, you know, fuck that is to think that like, I'm like almost scared to have a daughter
yeah.
more than a son. Like,
Oh yeah.
just all the stuff that they'd have to deal with. That's
It's
like
unreal.
we're not used to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we like technology evolved much faster than we were able to handle it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like we don't know what to do with all this new technologies yet.
Right. So we're still learning.
We're still learning how to play the game.
We're still learning how to play the, like, we're on the tutorial and they're still making like level 200.
Yeah.
Like, they're still making it
Exactly.
harder and harder each time. Like, there's no way we can catch up.
Right.
Damn, I never thought of it like that, James.
Yeah.
You opened my eyes to something new
Dude,
today.
My third eye.
James Rogan.
Bro, you ever done DMT?
Bro, have you ever heard of DMT?
Have you ever heard of, do you want to smoke some pot?
Would you like to smoke some Mary Jane?
Oh, we were watching, every now and then I watch the Chris Henson Catch Sexual Predators.
Yeah.
Because I think it's funny
Yeah.
how like cringy some of the stuff is. So anyway, so he's talking to one of the guys. He's like, and you're asking this 13-year-old girl if she wanted to blaze. Is that what you came here to do? To blaze?
To blaze with
And
the young children?
I was watching it. It was like Emily, me, and her dad, and we were cracking up because he's like, "What does blaze mean, Chris? You want to blaze? What does that mean?"
Yeah.
And then there was something where they arrested a guy, you know, because they're like, "You're free to leave. Walk through this, you know, curtained door right here."
Right.
And then he leaves, and then you hear Chris Hansen narrate, and like police arrested him, and in his persons they found, you know, a condom and a sexual pill. The one that if it doesn't go away in 2 hours, you should call your doctor.
They said that on TV.
On TV,
Ew.
bro. I was like, what?
Ew. Why do you tell people that?
For real. And he's like, isn't that all? Like, I'm just, because I don't use, isn't that all of them?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Isn't any of them.
Like, oh, that one.
Oh, you know that brand, the 2-hour one.
Yeah, because you know they can't say it because it'd be like defamation or
Yeah.
some lawsuit. But I was just like, what the fuck? Why did they feel the need to make sure that made the cut of
So
the script?
you have to include this. Please do not cut this part out.
You know, one of the writers had a shitty experience with Viagra or whatever. So we're like, we're gonna hit
Do
him,
not cut it out this
hit him
time.
where it hurts.
Get him.
So anyway,
Get him with the Viagra, spit. He's really gonna hate that one.
He's
He
not
sees
gonna
it.
like that.
I wouldn't like that either if someone's throwing out the V word on me. The 2-hour statistic on me,
Niagara.
bro. Niagara. Niagara Falls up in this B.
Up in the big.
Niagara Falls up in this B.
Boy. He's a bad Niagara Fall boy.
Did you say your name's Po Boy?
Man, boy.
My
I watched.
Fall boy.
I binge watched. I was someone else I was gonna talk about. I binge watched almost. I don't know. I forget. I don't think I watched them all, but I binge watched most of the All Gas No Breaks.
Did you?
I love that shit.
Yeah, dude. Isn't it insane?
And he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm getting ready for the concert." And the dude pops up like, "Don't forget my fucking guns. I love America, my guns." It's just like, yeah, it really does make you like. It's like,
So holy shit. These
just
people
put
exist.
a camera in any gathering of people, and you're gonna find
Oh,
a
it's
dude
just
who
that.
raps. I love how the comments are like, "There's always a guy who raps."
Every time there's a freestyler in the mix.
Yeah,
That's good shit.
dude, I love that.
My favorite.
And it
like, did you
wasn't
watch
like-
the Joker 305 one?
I watched the Florida Man one, and Joker's in it.
Yeah.
Him and the 6ix9ine.
Yeah. That's my favorite
It's
one.
so funny when he's playing he's playing one of the 6ix9ine songs. They're all
Just through his phone and they're dancing and you can hear the feet on the
yes,
gravel.
you can,
Yeah.
and then like the fake you can hear
The
like
lav mics, yeah, just kind of jingling. Or are you talking about like the fake chains?
the fake chains.
Oh,
Like you can
yeah.
hear their jewelry and then like their feet scuffling. And
Yeah.
then he's
That's the best part.
They like think they're throwing up gang signs, but they're just like
they're just doing,
hands.
just moving their hands. They're
Yeah.
so like high and drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
I think he was just like sipping on a Four Loko. Joker was. Or
I
something.
can't remember. I just know it was the one. It was the same video where the dude's he swallows like 20 some roaches.
Yeah.
He's like, "We don't waste stuff right here."
Wu-Tang it.
He's like starting
Just
to cut.
swallowed the roach, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Vine?
Uh-uh.
That's one of Evan and I's favorite Vines. Is like it's like these two white kids, and like he has a roach, and he's gonna swallow it, and his friend behind the camera is like, he's like, Wu-Tang it, and he swallows the roach, and this other like nice family walks up, and they're like, "Do you guys know where the 7-Eleven is?" And the guy behind the camera is like, "He just swallowed the roach, motherfucker," to like this family with like kids and everything.
Dude, Vine was such a blessing.
Yeah,
Like nothing can compare to that.
no.
It's like musically TikTok. It's
It's like, yeah, we get it. Like, oh, it's kind of like Vine.
It's
2 and
kinda,
3,
but it's
It's
not.
not.
It's
No,
not at all.
It does.
There's
Just doesn't
something-
have that.
Vine was like YouTube when it started. Like
Yeah, there was something in the
Oh.
air during the Vine days.
what was the Tourette's Man? Like Tourette's Man era YouTube
Holy shit!
is what Vine was.
I watched Tourette's Man so long ago. I remember somebody told me about him on the bus. And I was like, oh, okay. And I watched it. I was like, holy shit, this is so funny. I don't even remember like any quotes from that. We used to quote it all the time. But
Yeah, I
can't
don't
even-
remember.
It's been so long since I've seen it.
Wasn't it scripted? Wasn't it like?
Is it?
scripted,
I'm pretty
though?
sure it is.
That's what I thought.
I mean, it's one of those things where the first couple like times you watch, you're like, "Holy shit! Like this is real."
Yeah.
And then the longer you watch, the magic kind of goes away. You're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I can tell it's
Episode 30 of him flipping out.
yeah." It's like I used to think the same thing. Did you ever watch? Oh, do you remember the? I forget. I think it was called World's Greatest Freakout.
Mm-mm.
Do you? The guy that like. It was just this kid and his brother, and he always messed with his brother who like supposedly had anger issues, and like the one that blew up, was where his brother like his mom like deletes his World of Warcraft account or something, and he goes up in his room and closes his door and he starts freaking out, and he like strips his underwear and then like shoves the remote up his butt or something like that.
I have not.
You don't
seen
remember that?
No.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure it's called World's Greatest Freakout, and there's like 90 of them. And the first like bunch of them are like, oh wow, this is serious. Like this kid just has anger issues, and his brother's just fucking with him the whole time. And then you kind of realize you're like, oh, this is super scripted.
Yeah.
Like you can tell this was during like the early days of YouTube, kind of like Tourette's guy era. That's what made me think of it. Is you could tell like oh, that shit, it was working,
Yeah.
and now they've kind of ran out of stuff,
Yeah.
which is kind of sad, but
That's
it's
something
the truth.
With like TV, it's like it's scripted, but like even like house like HGTV stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess that's something I thought of as an adult, where I'm like, I didn't realize how scripted things were. Where they're like, oh hey, welcome, come on, nice to see you. And I'm like, well, the camera's already inside the house.
Yeah.
Like the more you think about things, like wait,
Yeah.
the camera, like how did they know to roll before something happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like, oh.
Like some of the even some videos of like people on the like, I don't know, flipping out on the street or whatever. It's like, wait, why were you like?
Right, you were recording at
that?
the perfect time for that.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of scripted fake shit. Nothing's really organic anymore. It's just trying way too hard to be organic.
We're reading off a teleprompter right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even like our awkward silences, and it's all written. Like
it's intentional and choreographed.
James and I spent the wee hours this morning writing the script for this podcast, and just making sure we had everything in line and all the words corrected.
It takes a while because we go through rewrites and script readings, table reads.
Yeah.
I don't get why those were popular. They have a cartoonist.
Yeah.
Storyboard out
come in and storyboard out the podcast, the way we're gonna sit, the way we're gonna hold the mics.
I feel like table reads got really popular because of COVID. Like all of a sudden I'm seeing like celebrities doing like table reads of Seinfeld or
like on Zoom.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
No, but I saw Shia LaBeouf.
Dude, I watched the whole one. It's
come on, guy. What does he say? Come on, guys.
Come on, just come on. Come on. He's like, just
Shia LaBeouf's
come on.
One of my favorite celebrities, to be honest.
1,000% agree. 1,000%.
I never.
He's one of
I don't know what happened, but like the more, like he went through that really weird artsy phase. I feel like.
Yeah.
But like I watched him on Shade 45. He freestyled.
Is that like the 5 Fingers of Death?
Yeah. He absolutely killed
it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then just seeing him do other stuff, I feel like I watched an actors roundtable.
I watched that one too.
Yeah,
it had like Robert De Niro and
Adam Driver.
Adam
Sandler
was on it too. Sandler.
I watched that and like really respected him a lot more because of how he like talked about his father and just I don't know.
I really want to watch Honey Boy. I never watched Honey Boy.
I haven't watched it either.
I would love to watch Honey Boy because it just looks incredible.
Did he do Peanut Butter Falcon too?
Yeah.
One of Emily's uncle, her younger brother was doing something I can't remember. Oh, when we were on vacation, he was in a kayak, and he was like bouncing on it with like his hands or not his hands and knees, but like on his legs, like he was bouncing it, and it was rocking the kayak forward. And her uncle was like, "There goes Peanut Butter Falcon."
Oh my god,
I know.
That's ate up, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to see both of those. I want to see Honey Boy more because that's the one where he plays his father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much. I mean, it technically is his father, but like not. It's one of those where the story's based on his life, but like it's not like
loosely based.
Yeah, it's not
scene for scene.
Yeah, and it's not like the kid his name's not Shia LaBeouf like in the movie, but
didn't he say he told his dad that Robert was gonna play him? Didn't he say someone else was gonna play him besides himself just so he could? Because he had to get his permission or whatever. I thought he took a contract to his dad and was like, "Well, yeah, we're gonna have Tom Hanks," or I thought it was one of the people that were there. I thought he said we're gonna have Robert De Niro play you, so that way he'd sign it.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't remember
that's
that.
a little tidbit. I think I read somewhere else then maybe.
Oh. Huh. I did not know that.
Very interesting.
Very interesting, James.
I don't know. And then I'm seeing this table read of whatever the Bradley Cooper Lady Gaga movie, and apparently she sings like in the movie.
Yeah.
And she's singing actually in real life.
Just like busts out the most beautiful song.
Yeah, and then Bradley's like, he's looking at her with starry eyes. But I'd be like,
A Star Is Born.
Yeah, that was the worst. There we go.
Get a real snap in that shit.
A Star Is Born. That during the table read, she like was actually singing it, and everyone's just quiet. And I'd be like, that'd be kind of. I mean, I guess if you could sing, way to flex.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, okay, do we have to actually sing it?
Do we really have the time for this? Like, just come on.
Is there gonna be
get this shit over with.
Dancers now, or is this a concert?
Yeah. Somebody get her a mic. Somebody mic her up. She's doing this shit
Get a
again.
lapel on that bitch.
She's doing this shit again, guys. Somebody get her the microphone. Get her the meat dress.
Meat dress.
Meat dress.
Meat
Do
dress.
you remember when Lady Gaga did the meat dress?
Yes.
That was cool.
Didn't she do an egg or something too?
I think so.
Was that her? I feel like Katy Perry did something weird, but I definitely don't. I feel like Lady Gaga did all the weird stuff.
Yeah, she mostly did the weird stuff. I mean, people are never like as weird as her, I think.
She has to be the weirdest of the weird.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's cool though because that really set her apart.
Very brave of her.
It's very brave of Lady. We're talking about how brave Lady Gaga is right now, James.
She's a hero.
We should just do everything in our power on this podcast now to just respect Lady Gaga. Everything. Everything about
Lady Gaga.
So I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
Dude, Poker Face Boy. Dude, that shit went hard, bro.
Oh yeah, Poker Face was tight. I knew the
Poker
first.
Face.
I knew the words to that, and like I remember singing it one time. Everybody just looking at me funny because I'm singing.
Dude,
Lady
I was
Gaga
super
song.
into some of her stuff, and then Kesha. K money sign ha,
What?
because it's Ke.
Oh, Kate Money Sign, huh?
Yeah,
The
those.
way you said it was not English to me.
There was some like I don't know what it was. It was some TV show, and it's like a principal who's like, I want to be hip, like that. He was an Indian character, or whatever. He's like, is this because you're listening to K money sign ha? Because it's like, oh, you're not from America, you don't get, you know what I mean?
You don't know how to say it.
You don't get how it's pronounced. It's
Uh-huh.
Kesha, because this isn't your first language. Huh?
What show is that?
I don't remember. It was probably like Glee or something.
Glee.
We watched Glee for a little bit in my house.
I've never watched Glee.
I'm not a fan of musicals, so I didn't really care for it. But
Yeah, it's not chill.
But you know, when the rents have control of the remote,
When the rents say it's Glee time, it's Glee time.
It's Glee climb.
It's Glee climb, motherfucker. We're Glee climbing now.
Glee climb.
Glee climb. Okay, money sign.
What's that? Oh, Gleek. What's the stuff when you make water like
That's Gleeking.
gleeking?
I can
Could you
Gleek.
gleek?
I can't
I-
Gleek right now.
I can't gleek on command, but I accidentally gleek a lot more, and it pisses me off because I'm like, how come I can never learn how to do this?
Spitting.
I'll be like, and then my screen has spritz on it. I'm like, wait, what?
Mine, I can if I if I get a piece of candy,
Mm-hmm.
like with the saliva, it just makes my mouth water.
Right.
And
Just
so
salivate.
with that, I start salivating, and then like if I put a piece of candy on my tongue, then I can Gleek like on command. But like right now, I couldn't.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we used to do it in middle school around the lunch table. Like me, Tyler, Nathan, Marco, all those. Like we would
True.
just Gleek the table. Just be like, we'd have like different names for each other. It's like, Cameron is the sniper because he can shoot at the
Dude,
farthest.
yes.
Or like Marco's the shotgun because his is like it's really
He
spread
has a great
out.
spread.
Yeah, that's what we do.
He's
Dude, I was
the
a
super
sniper, bro.
soaker.
I was like just sniping motherfuckers across the entire lunchroom. It's like, who gleeked on me? Who's gleeking in here?
Dude, public school lunch cafeteria. It was a zoo.
What? I thought you were gonna elaborate on that, but you just did not.
No, because I thought you were gonna. I didn't realize you'd be so into that text. It
Sorry.
would take you away from the podcast.
Okay, James. Okay.
I remember the one.
Playing Tetris on air.
That was the old James.
We've switched positions. You said I've grown up since then.
That was one thing I realized I should not have been doing as an adult, or as
Playing Tetris while doing a podcast. Or playing Tetris so
been
much.
jonesing for some.
I've
Tris.
been playing Candy Crush like a
Fucking
mother
Tris.
freaker, bro. I've been playing Candy
Remember
Crush.
Flappy Bird?
Yeah.
Can we talk more about Candy Crush first? James?
Yeah.
Piece-
You gonna cut me off my Candy Crush story? We're talking about Flappy Bird? Like, dude.
that was one of the topics I had.
Yeah.
I never played that.
So, yeah, I like when the candies crush. I like when
I do like candy.
I do too. Well, dude, I bought so many Sour Patch Kids the other day, and I'm so excited. A big ass bag of Sour Patch Kids. We
I
went to
hate
this
how.
like,
Did you find the actual ones? For the longest time, I could only find watermelon. couldn't
yeah, I have
find
the actual ones.
I love the actual ones.
I love the watermelon ones. I
you?
got the actual ones, but my favorite are the watermelon. Like those. Oh my goodness. Any watermelon candy, anything.
Watermelon sugar.
That's my favorite.
Is it?
Yeah, dude. Watermelon candy is 100% the best flavor.
Huh.
Or like cherry.
Cherry's pretty good.
I feel like cherry's such a big, like 50-50 split on whether it's like, it tastes like cough syrup.
Yeah.
Or it's like cherry's the best flavor. And for me, it's cherry's the best flavor. Like cherry's so yummy.
I love cherry stuff. I love actual cherries too.
I didn't for a long time, and I actually do now.
I like it. I used to go because they just come loose. It's not like grapes where they're on stems, you know, like they just have the little.
Yeah.
So I worked in produce, dude. Just pop a handful of
Pop
them.
a handful of cherries in there, huh?
And then I'm like, well, I got to even out all these bags now, so they don't weigh.
Yeah.
So there's not. This bag has five cherries in it, like.
You know.
But I
just
also
fix 'em.
hated because I'd spilt those motherfuckers. So
It's just
not a lot,
cherries
but
everywhere.
yeah.
Just popping cherries everywhere, huh, James?
Back in the day, I
Yeah, actually.
not so much.
That was
now.
old James.
Tetris playing James. I was thinking about that because I was just talking to Emily about like buying Christmas stuff. Hold on, I'll tie it all together. I promise.
Okay. Give me.
Buying Christmas gifts, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I should be doing that. Like I'm buying her gifts, but I haven't bought like the rents anything.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, do you usually? And I was like, well, yeah, because I've had a job. However, I didn't like when I worked at Marsh because I worked 2 days a week or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at Kroger, my round one at Kroger, by the end of it, I was working like Saturday and Sunday, and that was it. Or even just Sunday. So that's what it reminded me. That's the connection. It's because I worked at Kroger and 1 day a week.
Dude, I got nothing for that.
Take a drink.
I forgot what I was going to say, though, because you rudely interrupted me on my Candy Crush story. I was getting somewhere with that.
You've been playing it lately. You bought Sour Patch Kids.
There was
You
some
left the
before
water
that.
on.
Oh, I think I was going to say we went to this, like, I don't even know if, I feel like I've told you before.
Albany's?
No,
Candy factory?
no. We went to this big, like, discount warehouse with my mom the other day, and you could buy, like, 10-pound bags of a single flavor of Sour Patch Kid. Like, you could buy a 10-pound bag of just orange.
Yeah,
Or
orange.
grape.
Yeah,
Yeah. They didn't have any
Really?
cherry, though, or blue. Because, like, blue is the best Sour Patch Kid. Or red. But they only had grape, pineapple, orange, and, like, green or something. Which is stupid. Who the fuck's going to buy a 10-pound bag of
10-pound bags of-
lime Sour Patch Kids? Green Sour
Some
Patch Kids?
psychopath.
Like, are you on crack?
Are you on a bender right now? Have
I'm
you
on a
slept
Sour
in-
Patch bender.
Slept in 3 days?
Now I'm on crack eating Sour Patch Kids.
I'm on 10 pounds.
I'm on 10-pound Sour Patch Kids. I got the sugar rush like a motherfucker. There's this, speaking of I wanted to elaborate or like kind of see if you had any crazy middle school lunchtime stories. You said
Yeah.
you said it was like a zoo.
I do.
Remember this kid? His name was Ray, and he always
Sauceman?
No.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. I feel like that was I remember that name though.
Yeah.
Was he in high school? Was he?
No.
Okay, we'll talk
I don't
about
believe so.
I don't. Anyway.
In the lunchroom, he would snort pixie sticks, and like try to get other kids to snort. Like he tried to get me to snort a pixie stick, and he's like, "Dude, it's like a sugar rush like no other." And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm all right." Like this kid's probably
whole
doing
ass pixie stick?
Yeah, he's probably doing coke now.
Yeah. That's how they start. Dude, I was just
Pixie sticks, the gateway drug.
gateway candy.
Gateway.
That Vine or that TikTok you sent earlier made me realize that like there's all these characters in our that went to our high school that still exist. Like in my mind,
Yeah.
I don't see them. I
yeah,
don't think
yeah.
about them. They don't exist.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And like, oh, that's right. They didn't fall off the face of the earth. Like they're out there potentially raising a kid.
Raising
or,
hell, eating cornbread. Raise hell, eat cornbread.
Yeah.
Oh, I 100% feel you on that because like sometimes I'll see one of them at Target pop up and I'm like, holy shit! Like I remember them from like freshman year, like the weird shit that they did.
Yeah.
And it's like they still exist because
Exactly.
once you leave high school and you don't see them anymore, like
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind.
yeah, I don't even know these people anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know like
I
what they're
forgot
doing with
that
their
was a
life.
person that
Yeah.
existed.
That's kind of cool though.
That you
It's like
can
we're with these people for 12 years and then
just
next
forget
day
them
we're just
within
like,
2
I'm
years.
out of here. Yeah, just nothing.
Yeah.
I got other shit I'm doing.
That's an adult thing. That's true adult life.
But did you have any like lunchroom stories?
7th grade. I remember because I ran with Teddy,
Phew.
Ty Rothstein Sleaze,
Woo.
Eli, Cade. I was the whitest
Yeah, dude.
kid.
Yeah,
And-
that was a group right there, though.
And I was like, how do I find myself here?
Yeah.
To be honest.
You of all people.
Yeah, James of all people. And I can't remember what happened, but Mr. Baldwin was talking, and someone said something, and we laughed, I guess, because next thing I know, he's like, "All right, you all go to my office,"
Oh, okay.
and I was like, "That's probably the most trouble I've ever gotten in," which is kind of
Nice.
sad. But that's my crazy story. Is that then?
Oh my God.
I know, isn't
James.
that lame?
That's
all-
so nutty.
All I can think of. We were sitting in his office, and he's like, "What makes you guys think when I'm talking that you can talk or whatever?" I don't know. I was just quiet and smiling.
I don't know, dude. We're middle schoolers.
Yeah,
It's like, what do you want?
but 7th grade was a trip because of that.
Facts.
Like 6th grade, I don't know who I was hanging out with. 8th grade, I was like hanging out more with the people that I played football with. But I was like, something happened in 7th grade where
Something.
I was hanging around with the 5 black people our school had to offer.
The only 5?
I don't remember how. I feel like there wasn't that many.
No, dude. That was the Fab 5 right there.
Yeah. Cade. All I think of is Cade. Like, my KD is like 20 on like COD. Like, remember when COD was on everything?
Yeah, dude. That was like
just-
Black Ops 2. Black Ops, like,
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3 time.
Yeah. Where it's like, what's your KD? And no one wanted to be like honest. It's all like,
Yeah.
oh, it's at least 1.
Yeah, so it's something above 1.
It's like between 4 and 10.
Yeah, I got a crazy KD.
It's a number that's positive.
Yeah, it's 1 something, 1 point something. I swear, mine was always so shit.
Mine was
nobody ever
always
asked
floating
me.
around 1. Like, I know we just talked about that, but like I would go anywhere from like 0.8 to 1.2 or whatever. So I was pretty average. I always felt like I was better,
Yeah, oh yeah, me too. I thought I was like pretty decent.
and then it's like, oh,
It's like everybody
sometimes
else that I talked to, I was like, oh my God, I'm so
I'm
trash.
so trash.
Yeah, and I've always been trash at Call of Duty. Like I've always said, I can't believe I played this game for 10 years in a row,
Yeah.
and I was still garbage at it.
Yeah.
Like, how does that even happen?
Yeah, I played I bought Modern Warfare, played it, and I was like, I'm not that bad. But then I was like, I played one of my younger cousins in Black Ops 3, because I was like, oh, okay, that's one I played a lot. I was probably good at that, and she like kicked my ass. I was like, what the heck? That's what happens when I played Animal Crossing for too long.
Yeah.
I lose my edge.
What the hell? I've been playing Borderlands 3 like crazy.
Have you?
Yeah, for some reason I just kicked back on the Xbox and I'm just blasting through Borderlands 3. It's been so fun.
Yeah.
Because I was really thinking about I'm thinking about getting rid of my Xbox. I kind of want to beat Borderlands 3
Mm-hmm.
and then just end it on that.
Just
Salute it off.
yeah.
I feel like
21 guns saluted off.
I feel like that'd be a good game to end on.
Oh yeah.
It's
Your Xbox One or your 360?
my one.
Okay.
And I have my 360 still. I think it's in my car right now. I picked it up from my mom's.
So I
I
thought
can-
you just kept it for emergencies.
Just in case.
on the side of the
In case I
road.
need to bust out Guitar Hero 3 on my Xbox 360.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of tight though. I wonder, like,
Hero 3 is my favorite.
that'd be like a little decent extra chunk of change. I feel like with all the accessories and game consoles, I could probably take it that same place you did.
Yeah. I'd recommend it. Like, what?
James, you got that like
I got that.
$5,000.
I got that
bag,
VIP.
dude. Yeah. You should-
Like a gold star member.
my friend James sent me.
You know, made like $1 million.
He made like you guys gave him like $1 million for his
Made
Xbox.
a half milli.
$500,000 here for the Xbox.
Like,
Like, oh,
that guy.
that guy.
Guy who brought in a shit ton of Skylanders. That guy.
You're like, well, you don't really have any Skylanders, Cameron, so it's like I give you like $5 for that
Those things
shit.
were like 10 cents each.
Yeah.
I hated it. I was like, that resale value is
I
not
feel
good at
like
all.
people were really expecting the Skylanders to be like,
The future of gaming.
yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Like, this
future
is
of
how-
gaming and like collectible wise too.
Yeah. People will buy the things and then play with them.
Yeah.
That's how we get they're like, how can we get more money? We can't just sell a game anymore. We have to sell toys with the game.
Dude, it's just like DLC pretty much.
Yeah.
Except it's like just microtransaction DLC. It's just stupid.
It's a physical microtransaction.
Yeah.
Like you can actually hold it. Let's see. No, I've been playing VR because I bought a Quest.
Yeah, you buy the new Oculus?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I don't know. It's so weird because it's like they're like, oh, it's got upgraded graphics. The refresh rate's super clean on it, but it's still like not real. Obviously, it's not as good as your eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not real life.
So it's like I'm looking at it, and this is like my first time like actually like I played Half-Life Alyx in VR, and that looks really good. But like it's so sensitive to where it sits on your eyes. Like if you raise it up a quarter or like an eighth of an inch, it starts to look blurry because the whole headset is it's not like when you look at a TV screen, you're looking at it with your eyes, right? Mm-hmm. But this thing, the way that you look through it determines how it looks. So if it looks fuzzy, you have to adjust it on your head.
Oh.
Because it's like looking through a pair of binoculars, basically. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah.
Like if you're holding it, if you're tilting it one, like you have to have the right spot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, well I still see pixels because it's a game and
it's a pixelated game.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, am I doing it? So like it took me like 3 days to get used to how it looks, but it is really fun. I feel like it's just not it's not there yet.
No.
Like it's really fun multiplayer, but that's because everyone who has one is looking for someone else who has one to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those things where you get it and you really play with it, and it's just kind of like, oh, it's not like anything as crazy as I thought it was going to be.
It's definitely not as crazy. I thought it would be. I bought it because I was like, okay, there's a lot of games that are fun. And then like a lot of YouTube I watch, they play VR games.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll buy this so that way I could if I wanted to. But Emily's older brother was like, he's like, what would you rather have right now? $300 or a Quest 2? And I was like, well, I don't know what I'd do with the money besides buy a VR. So I'll just buy the VR. So I bought it. But he was like, I'll buy you a couple. So like he gave me his credit card info and he's like, since I pressured you into buying it, you can get a couple games on me. And we played like Arizona Sunshine. We're playing like Population 1, which is like a battle royale game. It is really fun. I'll have to bring it over sometime and let you play around with it.
I want to see what it's like.
It is pretty fun. But it definitely does, like, you can get really motion sick from it.
Oh,
like
I'm sure.
The first time, like, you move, because that's what's really trippy about it is your eyes are telling your brain that you're moving, but your feet aren't telling your brain that you're moving. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you're like, oh, shit.
You want to walk, but you can't.
Yeah, it's a little disorienting. But it's definitely, like, there's some tense. Like, I remember playing Arizona. It was like a zombie game, Arizona Sunshine is. And there's one where, like, they just rush you. And I remember being like, I haven't been stressed like that in a game in a while. Because it's like,
you really feel
you're
like
pretty immersed in it. Yeah. So, there's definitely potential, but I like it. But then I'm like, I need to play my Switch more. Cause I haven't played that in a while.
Yeah. I was playing a little bit of Mario Sunshine on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I need to get something different.
I love Sunshine and Mario Galaxy. Like, those are, like, my two favorite Mario games. Dude, especially Mario Galaxy, man.
I was never a Mario person.
Wow.
Like I love the kart series, and then the parties. Yeah. I like the sports ones too, like Super Sluggers.
Dude,
or was it Super Sluggers? Or there's like Super Strikers.
Yeah, I was gonna say Super Mario Strikers on the GameCube, bro.
Yeah.
Ethan and I played that every day. And Double Dash.
Double Dash was. That was the saddest one I had to get rid of on the GameCube.
Yeah,
probably.
That should make you cry.
Yeah,
like for real.
Double Dash, that was like.
Like I still have my GameCube Double Dash disc just because it's like you can't get rid of that. There's no way.
Yeah,
and I think I still have Mario Strikers.
$10 for it.
Oh shit! Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll take $10.
I'll get rid of it then.
That sounds good to me.
But
That's
no, like deal. I remember playing that with my cousin. It's like, dude, Mario games were so. It was like the epitome of like, let's just play, like have a chill game with friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like so Call of Duty where it's like, I'm trying to kill you. And everyone's super like EA or like FIFA where they're going to get super competitive. Yeah. It's like, no, dude,
It's like, it's Mario, dude. You don't want to take it. It's like, we're just going to have some fun.
We're going to play Ground Pound Down or whatever.
Pound Down.
The mini game.
Oh, yeah, Mario Party. You ever play, like the Mario Tennis?
Yeah.
I think I'd only played like a couple. I never really got into that one. But I know Super Mario Strikers on the GameCube. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, just passing the ball back and forth and all that. Yeah.
Ethan would piss me off so bad because he would just like spam the pass button.
Yeah.
And you couldn't.
Yeah, it's too fast for you.
Yeah, you couldn't grab it.
Yeah.
And he would and then score real quick. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta chill out with that shit. But I was kind of a beast at it though. I always whooped on his ass.
I wish I had a Wii when I was growing up.
Yeah, dude.
'Cause, like,
the
Wii
Wii was
Sports-
crazy.
Yeah.
Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes.
Well, I feel like Wii Sports is more. I mean, it's more nostalgic because it's older, but like, I would have loved to have had like. I feel like once it started to get to like the Wii Fit board and all that, then like it started losing its like character. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking about the Wii like this, but I feel like when it first came out, it was like, wow, this is a game changer. In terms of gaming, I'm literally talking you to sleep right now. Cameron's yawning. This conversation is so
Oh
boring.
my God, James. I'm sorry. That's not even what's happening, dude. Trust me, James. The room is really
This
warm.
engagement's off to a rough start.
Yeah, dude. What's going on today?
This room is really warm.
Oh my God, it's so
Have
warm.
you been
Not even
sweating the whole
window
time?
open. Am I kind of glistening right now? I'm a
You
little
were
soggy.
earlier.
Dude, I
You
was
were like
sweating
10 minutes in. I
Yeah.
was like, oh no.
That's what happens every time. I'm always like
true.
nervous. I'm sweating my fucking
Nervous.
wiener off, bro.
You don't have to be nervous when I'm over here giving my
I still
Wii
am.
Sports rant.
When I'm talking about Wii Sports, like the Wii, it did change everything. Like the way with like motion controls,
Yeah.
and the way we kind of look at like, everything has motion controls now.
Yeah.
Like it went onto the Wii U, went on the Switch. Like
I think
That's
about
just
how
how
thin
shit
that
is.
bar was. That was the camera or the sensor.
yeah,
And then like how big the Kinect sensor was. You remember the Xbox
Yes,
Kinect?
yes,
it was
yes,
like it was like a webcam cam.
yeah.
Cam.
Well, the Wii one was just the
was it just the sensor?
Yeah, it
then?
was just a
Oh,
sensor
okay, so it
for
wasn't a
the
camera.
yeah,
The
and then the
Wiimotes.
Kinect had the actual camera.
Still though, like wireless, I don't know. I feel like the Wii or like Nintendo in general is pretty good at creating innovation. Like the Switch,
Yeah,
like that's pretty creative.
With the 3D vibration on the Switch,
Mhm.
that shit's that's crazy town.
Pretty cool.
Just like can feel like there's actually like a marble stuck in your Switch remote, like with the 3D vibration.
Mhm.
Have you seen that or like felt
Mm.
it? Like with the 3D vibration,
It feels like you're
it feels like there's actually like a marble like inside the Switch paddle thing.
Huh.
And
The
like that's just how the
Joy-Con?
vibration. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I could not think
Joy
of
paddle?
Joy-Con. No matter how hard I tried.
Hmm.
Oh, James. You got anything
What do you think?
else?
No, I have
Partner?
COVID. I had my COVID thing. And my engagement. Those are the two things. I thought I was definitely gonna
I had my toilet paper thing. And that's pretty much it.
about equal.
Oh, we got to come with like more energy.
What do you have that scar on your hand for?
Which one?
The
The one on my wrist?
Yeah.
That's weird you say that. I just told one of my friends at work about this story.
Okay.
It is a long time ago, when I was friends with Nathan and Marco. We went to Marco's house, and his parents were quite well off. And they had a big house and a big ass like game room basement.
Mhm.
Like
Like billiards.
yeah, it had a pool table. It even had its own like little kitchen in there, like with a bar, and like a separate. It had like a living room in the basement with a couch and a big ass TV. So we'd go down there and just hang out and stay up all night and just play games and do shit like that.
Mm.
And they had a treadmill down there that was up against the wall. And Marco, one time I went over there, he's like, check this shit out. So this is, I think in middle school, we put the treadmill on full blast and roll pool balls on it. And if you just roll them, they'll stay in the same position and keep rolling because the treadmill's going so fast.
Really?
So like you roll it and it will just like stay in the same spot but keep rolling. And then for some reason I was doing that, and for some reason I thought like I'm like pea-brained, so I just like kind of sat up and fully put my weight on the pool ball, like I needed to just like fully pick it up and like fully put my weight on it and pick it up instead of just like kind of snagging it. And so of course my fucking arm goes with the treadmill and it's against the wall, so my hand gets stuck under it. And then the treadmill's just eating my skin away on my wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I rip it out, and my knee gets stuck. So there's one on my knee. You can't really see with the tattoos now.
Yeah.
and then I like pull my knee out and I start rolling. So then by the time I get up, like there's 3 little scars on my wrist. Like you can, there's
Okay.
one there and there's the big one there and there's a
The
little
big
different, like a smaller one you can't really see anymore.
Mm.
But dude, that was, it just like, just kind of burned off the first few layers of my skin, and it sucked
Yeah.
so bad. But that's what I get for being an idiot. Like, wait, what kind of process does my brain go through that I need to put my my full weight on the pool ball that's on the treadmill, like while it's going? It makes no sense. Like, why couldn't I just like
Try
a
to-
crane, like a crane game and pick it up like that?
Yeah.
But I just like fully clamp down on
I
it,
don't know, man.
and then my hand gets stuck in the treadmill against the wall, dude. It was
You're like,
not-
ow, 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 ow.
I'm like, oh shit, and then like Marco does not even paying attention. Like he doesn't even know what's happening.
Dude, the house is too big.
I ripped
He's somewhere else.
ripped my hand out. No, he's like 2 feet away,
Okay.
like playing on his phone, like while it's charging.
Did you imagine how shitty that'd be if no one else was around though? You're like, I'm gonna have to
I
chew
get
my arm
stuck
off.
rolling.
It just melts off your wrist.
Yeah, I just lose a hand. They're like, well, how'd you do that? I'm like, I don't really want to know.
Dude, your house is too big.
Yeah, dude, you got to get a
You
smaller
gotta
house.
get a smaller
bro.
house
You got to
or-
shrink this shit or
Or
something.
a softer treadmill.
Yeah, you got to block off some.
You sandpaper some of that down.
You got to block off the west wing of your house. It's like, can you sandpaper the treadmill down? Can you put like pool noodles on it? But he's like 2 feet away from me. I rip my hand out, get my knee stuck, and so like it's just ripping off skin on my knee. Pull that out, and then I get stuck on the treadmill. I'm just rolling, like I'm just stuck rolling on it. And then he notices and gets up and like throws his phone and then pulls out like the treadmill has the emergency pull out thing.
Right.
Pulls that out, and I'm like scarred up. I'm like, it looks like I got like road.
Because you're not
rash.
really bleeding, right? Because it's just burned.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're-
I'm not really
so
bleeding.
it's
It's
just
just raw skin.
flesh.
Yeah, raw flesh. And it looks like I just like fell down on a skateboard or something. Like got road rash,
Yeah.
And we just run upstairs. His parents aren't even home, and we figure out, oh my god, the first thing they do is try to put this. Have you seen those?
It's like Bactine.
Have you seen
Oh,
those
sorry.
big ass clear Band-Aids that the entire thing is sticky? The entire surface it's clear and the entire surface is sticky.
Like
It's
there's
the size
no
of your palm.
padding. Like
Yeah, it's like the size of your palm. It's just like a big.
Huh? I don't think so.
They put one of those on it. And it's like it's got the sticky stuff
On
like,
your
touching
flesh.
my like, raw wrist. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think this is the right thing to put on here.
So
then we
take
just
a roll
like
of duct tape.
they Frankenstein me up with some Band-Aids, and his parents get home and they're like, "What happened to you?" And we were too scared to tell him. So I was like, I made up the story. I was like, I was running and my brother pushed me down. Like I was running on some gravel and I ran past my brother and he pushed me down and I just fell and scraped up. And they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
Yes.
They'll never
Successful
know.
lie.
Well, there's like chunks of my skin stuck on the treadmill. They're like, "What's this? What's that smell?" It's just rotting flesh stuck on the treadmill. Like, what is that?
Dude, I remember one time we were lifting weights and Trent. Remember Trent?
Yeah.
He lost part of his pinky
Did he?
on the squat because he was squatting, and I can't remember what happened. I think it rolled off, and his arms went with it, and his right pinky got stuck. You know, there's like those catch bars on
Yeah.
the sides. It got stuck between the bar and the catch bar, and it pinched off part of his finger. And because he wasn't really bleeding a whole lot, but we were like, oh shit. And we look on the bar, and it was stuck on the bar, like on the squat bar,
Oh.
like part of his pinky. It was just like a little corner of it,
Oh,
but it was still like,
a
enough-
decent.
yeah, it was a
like-
decent chunk.
Is enough pinky.
It was a pinky nug. And we're like, oh shit. I remember that happening. And then I remember one time we were squatting, and Nick, I can't think of his last name, but he's blonde haired.
Yeah, I
You know who I'm talking
Yeah.
about. We were squatting, and he puts both arms on the squat, like on that catch bar, to help push himself up. And he has like 300 pounds on his shoulders. And I was waiting. I was like, dude, you're there go your hands.
Yeah.
But nothing happened. I was like,
What?
We were like,
So he
"Don't-"
just like balanced the bar.
Yeah.
With three just on his neck only, no
Well, I mean,
stability.
it's on like your shoulders there, so
Yeah.
it kind of rests. But yeah, he was like, he's like struggling to get up, and then he just puts both his arms on the catch bar to like help him push up. And I was like,
There's both hands gone.
yeah, I was like, dude,
Easy.
you better not.
You just
I'm like, if
sliced
you do that
off
ever
both your
again,
hands.
yeah,
Never fucking touch that thing again, sir.
sir, you need to watch some tutorials. You get
you need
trained
to
on
figure
this."
out what is going on here.
I don't know what I remember. Did I tell you the story about the biggest injury? I shouldn't say like. The biggest injury I got with a friend was when I was riding a bike, and something happened where I fell off the bike. Did I fall off the bike? I hit a bump or something. I was at my buddy's house, and this was like first or second grade. I feel like it's more second grade. And I fell off the bike, and I scraped my knee up. And I was like, it hurt to pedal, so I walked the bike back to his house. And his grandma was like, "What'd you do?"
Yeah, got mad at you?
Yeah. That's probably the worst injury I've had at a friend's house. I hate that. It's so uncomfortable. Getting sick at a friend's house or like...
Yeah, getting hurt.
Yeah. We went to... we had a birthday party for like one of Emily's like little cousins or something. So it's like, I don't really know that side. Like I've probably seen him like once or twice before.
It's not super comfortable.
And I had diarrhea. Like something I ate the day before.
Yeah.
And I hate bathrooms that are close to other people. Yep. I cannot stand that. Mm-mm. So their bathroom is like, there's a kitchen, and then there's like a little wall in between, and then there's a bathroom. And I was like, I hate how I can hear them talk.
Because you know they can hear you
shitting water.
Yeah.
Like
just nuclear explosion in the toilet. They're like,
yeah, no. And because it's like, I want to get this done. But I also don't want to. I don't want to sound like a lion's roaring in the bathroom. You know
like
what I
a
mean?
dog dying.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, how much can they hear?
Yeah.
So I'm just,
just like a sprinkler, just kind of letting it go.
Oh, God.
They're like, and they're like, Emily, what's wrong with your boyfriend?
Of course, in my head, they're all like leaning up. They're right up against the door.
Yeah. He's shitting.
He's shitting. Does he shit?
Does he shit?
So yeah.
Does this guy poop?
I'd like to stay, like, if I'm at someone else's house, I'll maybe ask for a glass. I won't ask for a glass of water. If they offer one, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like,
I won't ask for anything.
I'm not using your water. I'm not using your bathroom. I'm not.
I'm cool with using the bathroom.
I saw the tweet about the public restroom. That's kind of what made me think of it.
Yeah. I feel like people thought I was being serious on that.
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't think you were being serious, but I was like, dude, there have been times where I'm like, I have to. This is an emergency.
Shit in a public bathroom?
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me.
I'm just like,
sometimes it depends where.
If it's like TJ Maxx, like I've never seen anyone else in a TJ Maxx bathroom. So I'm like, okay.
And you're like,
it's like
whatever.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Light a
It's
candle.
like my own bathroom. I could
exactly
just get fully naked now. Just hang out with the door open. Just like my house.
my God. Did you ever have anyone in school like pull their pants all the way down to go pee?
I do not remember that.
I remember that.
I don't think I had
first
anybody.
grade because I hope it wasn't anything past that.
Yeah.
I remember some kid going pee and just all the way to the floor.
Yeah.
Just I'm like,
oh shit.
Did the kid?
This guy's got ass out right now.
This kid's whole ass out.
This whole kid's ass out right now. I cannot handle that.
His half kid's ass.
Half kid's ass out right now. I'll go to the bathroom later, guys. I don't.
Sorry, didn't mean to
interrupt.
Is this a single person bathroom?
Yeah.
There's singles.
But I don't care. Like I said, it depends. If it's at like a weird kind of gross gas station, then I'm like,
oh, gas station.
Only if it's an emergency.
Yeah, I don't.
But I love stopping at a nice gas station. You know, the ones that are kind of like
they're well lit. They look clean.
The ones that also have like showers for truckers.
Yeah.
You go to like a Love's or something.
Oh yeah,
dude. That's some king shit right in there. They're like brand new bathrooms. It's like, oh,
you can see.
I'm really pooping today.
Someone every 10 minutes goes in and like fully cleans them out.
Yeah,
like you can see, like, okay,
I'm shitting in style today.
Yeah,
huh?
boy. No, this is the Cadillac of bathrooms.
The Cadillac of public bathrooms is the Love's.
The Love's
brand new shower bathroom.
Can you just rent? Have you ever rented a shower from Love's?
No,
I haven't either, but part of me wants to.
Yeah, just for the experience.
I just want to know what it's like.
Just kind of waiting around in the gas station until they call your number. It's like, number 33, your shower's ready.
It's going to be 12 hours because of how many truckers. Like, this is not worth it. Okay. Sorry, I was just doing this for a joke.
Yeah. It's like, I live like 20 minutes away. I don't even know why I'm here.
I'm a civilian. I don't need this.
I'm just a civilian. I'm not a trucker. I'm not part of the truckers union.
Yeah. Where's your union membership? I'll tell the car. I'll be right back.
I left it in the casuals. I left it in my other pants. Sorry. You just take my word on it.
It's in my trucker's hat.
It's in my truck that I drive, but I didn't drive it here.
It's got a lot of wheels, like more than 4.
Yeah, and I didn't drive it here today, but I do have one. But I just I'm off for the weekend, so I thought I would drive my other car.
We're your trucker. We don't take days off.
Yeah, never take it 7 days a week.
Never even seen my family.
I'm in my truck 365.
365.
366 on a leap year. You best believe I don't take that extra day off.
I'm taking no days off.
I'm a
I
trucker.
remember my dad was like, some of those are pretty nice. Because apparently he knew someone that had one.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like the PlayStation 2 with the TV and like a bed. I'd be like, yeah, I guess. If you were single, had nothing else, I guess I could see myself doing that.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
It's a big
stretch.
Maybe. Yeah. It's a big maybe on that one.
Just because I
We,
also
like,
can't imagine. I've driven like, I think it was like 4 hours to drive to Carbondale for our vacation. I drove that whole thing. And I was like, this might be, like, we're getting to the territory of like, I need to do something else.
Yeah. I think the most I've driven is like, we went to Ohio for like that indoor water park, and that was like 3 hours or something like that. And even that, like the 3 hours, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of shitty. Like, this is not fly.
I like it because I'm in control. So like, I like driving because.
Yeah.
However, I don't, because it'd also be nice to take a nap if I wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't really fall asleep at the wheel.
It's not
really.
It's kind of frowned upon.
I was going to say it's frowned upon to fall asleep at the wheel, but, I think it's just different strokes for different folks. Different strokes for different folks.
Different strokes for different folks.
Oh. Sorry, James. I'm stupid.
It's okay.
I'm slow, Jameson.
The frowning on thing reminds me of, remember Mr. Howard?
Yeah. Big.
Oh my God.
Guy.
Was his name Cameron also? There was a kid that had a bowl cut. I feel like he had a bowl cut, wore a chain, and his name was Cameron. Waves? Cameron.
I know.
Do you know who I'm talking about? Obnoxious, blonde-haired, didn't have glasses. He was kind of bigger. Like, he wasn't fat, but he was, like, stockier.
Yeah. You're talking with the right person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he, for some reason, he goes, it's not illegal, but it's frowned upon. Like, masturbating on an airplane. Like, he just said it, like, 3 or 4 times. And Mr. Howard's like, dude, what are you doing right now?
He's like, yeah, dude, shut up. He's like, shut up.
That's a character.
Shut up, you middle schooler.
Until just now, too.
I remember he was always really big on the joke. You have to be smarter than the average. And he would say anything. Like, you got to be smarter than the average bear. And then, like, if someone, like, dropped a pencil, he'd be like, you got to be smarter than the average pencil. And I'm like, dude, that doesn't even make sense. And he's over there cracking his shit up. He's like, you got to be smarter than the average pencil eraser.
Just one of those, that's middle school flirting, though. It's like, you drop something. You know what I mean?
That's you dropped your pocket.
That's how middle schoolers flirt with other
facts, dude. That's how
other boys, too.
School.
That's how they do.
Yeah. Hey, dude, you dropped your pocket. Can you spell iCup? Can you spell iCup?
Dude, I drove past the Chrysler. What plant is closest? Not the one that's over by the. Is that T? It's like TP, ITP, or
something
like that. Anyway, I saw
some of those letters.
Yeah, and I remember seeing it, and I was like, spell ITP. Like in my head. I was like, I would hate to work at that one. I wonder how many people are like,
spell ITP.
TP, huh?
Is that like toilet paper?
Is that international toilet paper?
International toilet paper. I work at international toilet paper.
Industrial toilet paper.
Industrial toilet paper. Indiana toilet paper.
It's got the Hoosier. It's got the state. I don't know why I said the Hoosier.
It's got the Hoosier on it. I work at the intriguing toilet paper factory.
It stamps your butt. Like it leaves an impression on your butt. What
would your butt stamp be?
Mine right now would say Charmin because that's what's
the Charmin bear.
It just says Charmin. That's what's written on our toilet paper. It says Charmin. That would be cool. Charmin bear.
Charmin bear on my butt.
On my butt. Charmin bear.
People know I wipe like those motherfuckers.
Boy, you know I'm straight with it. I got the Charmin boy bear on my ass.
I'm shaman wiping.
Shaman.
I'm shaman.
A lot of trucks that drive down this road.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of...
And buses and
every... Like, all of the cars that make the most noise. All of the loudest vehicles possible.
Everyone with shitty brakes just has to take this road. Google
It's really cool.
Auto maps it to here.
Like, you stop right here in front of their house, actually. Start hitting the brake in front of this house.
And then speed up right after.
Yeah, please speed up. And then make a U-turn and do it one more time. Oh, cool. We get a lot of, the racetrack is not too far from my house. So we get a lot of people in, like, nice, fast cars, nice, fast, loud cars that will
love to show off.
like in the middle of the night, they'll fly down this road. Like right in front of our house. That's when they'll hit the gas and just explode. And
rev ass.
Yeah, just rev ass. I had some guy pass me the other night. Like, I was maybe 20 feet from pulling into the driveway, and he just pedaled to the metal, passes me. Without, I didn't even have my turn signal on yet, and I'm like, dude, I'm about to fucking turn. Like you could tell he was like, his car, his like Charger was like pimped out. You know, he was going to the race.
He's like, I'm not wasting this opportunity.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my passing in. I'm gonna train
my $4,000 powertrain upgrade.
This is my practice for the big race coming up. I'm gonna pass this guy. The big Kokomo race.
It's like the Talladega of Indiana.
It is. I'm gonna see Ricky Bobby out there.
Dude, have you seen that Ricky Bobby commercial where it's like, it's a Dodge commercial and it's like for the Hellcats?
No.
And it's like, it says like, it says Daytona or Talladega 1980s if they had Hellcats, and it's like, it's the child actor of Ricky Bobby and the child actor of Cal Naughton Jr. And I'm like, you couldn't afford Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, could you? So like, because I'm not even sure if it's actually them, because that movie came out so long ago that I bet the kids that remember when they were like at school,
like at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, it's them in the car commercial.
Bro, are they grown up?
No.
Or no, this was
it's
made
the kids actor.
Ew.
But the fact that I feel like those kids who acted in the movie would be much older looking than they are now makes me think that this is actually a recast of the kid actors.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'm just like, that's kind of, I don't know why, but it did not struck a positive nerve with me. It made me not want to buy a Dodge.
I really did not like that. I think I'll skip out on the Hellcat this year.
That was maybe next year if you get it right.
Yeah. Next year, we'll see what the commercials are looking like next year for the Hellcat.
Remember Super Bowl commercials being like the hugest
oh, yeah.
The hugest thing?
Yeah. Thank God COVID ruined that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, why do I feel like they're not?
It's COVID.
Because COVID.
Yeah. Did you watch that Dave Chappelle SNL monologue?
My dad sent it to me.
It was really good. I watched it last night.
I'll watch it.
It was really good.
I'll watch it after this then.
He's like, the best thing that came out of COVID, or like, he's like, have you noticed that there's no more school shootings? And he's like, thank God for COVID. Something like that. I mean, he's like,
have you seen his stand up on Netflix?
Not even the new ones.
You need to.
I know.
His new ones are funny.
Really would like to.
I appreciate it because it's like Bill Burr, where like you shit on everyone. Like it's not just one. Like I feel like that's the best comedy.
Yeah.
Is how you can like everyone has like it humanizes all of us. Like
like especially like Dave Chappelle made like a very old school joke about women not making as much as men.
Yeah.
Like in the most recent SNL skit, I'm like, holy shit! Like, he just say whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
Because I feel like any other person that says that today is like they're getting canceled. But it's fucking Dave Chappelle.
Dude, it's Dave Chappelle.
But well, after that, because he definitely like people kind of like were like,
we're mad because Bill Burr had a monologue too, and he was like, I can't remember what. But he was like shitting on people too, and then like people on Twitter were just eating him up, because of how bad it is. But it's like, no, it's actually funny.
He made the joke, and then Dave Chappelle was like, "Oh, I thought we were here for a comedy show, Lauren." He's like, "This is a comedy." He's like, "This is a joke."
Yeah.
He just kind of like made sure people understood. It's like, obviously it's a joke, but people are like, you can't say that.
You can't say that.
You can't say that in your stand-up special. It's like, well, it's a joke.
It's kind of a joke.
It's the whole point of the thing is to make the joke about it.
Yeah. I was watching a debate about, like, people talking about, they're like, you can't joke about, like, rape or sexual assault and all this other stuff. And he's like, so how come I can't make a joke about something? However, you can have, what's his name? Christian Bale. In whatever movie, or no, Jeff Goldblum. he played like a rapist or something in a movie. Like he played like a screwed up character, and he's like, so how come it's okay for actors to portray even more realistically these terrible things, but we can't make light of it, or not make light of it, but make a joke. Because it's kind of interesting. I feel like comedy's like
people will say like a bunch of different things about it. I mean, it's like, well, Jeff Goldblum's taking it seriously, and he's really getting into the mind and can understand. But while the comedy jokesters just make funny out of it.
They make funny. Yeah, but then it's also, and then there's people that are like complaining because the person who's that person's playing it like there's a Cleopatra movie or whatever, and Gal Gadot is gonna play it, but she's not Egyptian. So people are like, why don't you make more opportunities for Egyptian actresses and hire one of them? But it's like The Rock wasn't actually legless in Skyscraper. Like you don't hire.
Yeah, like how
you don't hire a Hannibal Lecter. Like you don't hire an actual person that's a cannibal.
Yeah.
To play those roles.
In Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Actually got it. Buffalo Bill in there.
There's actually Buffalo Bill.
And
wasn't he a real person?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I can't remember is it based off Hannibal Lecter or if it was based. I guess I knew his name wasn't Hannibal.
I'm not sure.
I watched that movie once just because I felt like
I've never seen
it. It's an iconic movie.
Yeah. I was always too scared to see it.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was like. I didn't know what it was for the longest time. I didn't even know what it was about.
What's going on with these lambs?
Yeah, I was like, why are they silencing the lambs? For the longest time, like, why, are these lambs like too loud?
Too loud.
You got too loud lambs. We gotta silence them.
Too loud lambs.
But oh damn! I forgot what I was gonna say.
Something about lambs, or about movies, or about comedy. I'll watch the SNL monologue though. I like him. He's funny. You should check out his.
I really want to.
And there's also Middleditch and Schwartz.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
Do you know who they are?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen like the trailer for it, and I've seen them talk about it, but I've never.
Emily and I watched it, and it's pretty funny for improv.
I was gonna say, don't they improv the whole show?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Awesome. They're two funny guys anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see that. Just I like the idea of improving. I wish I was better at it. I'd really like to work
in my
on
head.
that.
I'm like, Cameron and I are hilarious, and then we get here, and I'm like, dude, Wii Sports was really cool.
Yeah, dude. I feel like when we put too much pressure on ourselves when we get here, we just kind of go empty. At least that's what I do. Is like I'm cool. I'm like, oh, we're gonna be so cool and like charismatic and funny on the air today.
It's gonna be 2 hours of laughing and.
Yeah, dude. And then we're sitting here like silence
of the Lambs.
Wii Sports. Silence of the Wii Sports was really cool.
Dude, you remember? Are cars loud?
Then I just get nervous, and I'm like, how do I do it? And I can't get over it. I don't know how people do it. I mean, there's like some days we come in here and the energy's right, but then other days it's like
it's kind of off.
Yeah.
Or not off, just not as on.
Yeah, not as on as it should be. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
That's okay. Hopefully,
that's life.
That is life.
That's kind of what we're talking about. Like, you have a plan, and then it doesn't go that way.
Mm-hmm. I would like for my plan to go that way during this, but I just started listening. I listened to Little Uzi one.
Really?
Yeah.
I listened to him so much my freshman year. Like, basically all year. I just walking to and fro classes. I would just listen to Lil Uzi. And now, like, I made a favorite artist playlist. And anytime one of his songs come on, I pretty much skip it.
Really?
I'm burnt out on it.
I'm kind of getting... The other day, I got really burnt out on... I've just been getting burnt out on rap music in general.
Yeah.
Like, I have a whole playlist that I usually put on anytime I'm in the car, anytime I'm working out. And the other day, I put on, I'm like, this shit is just boring.
Are you getting to the point where you're, like even skipping on shuffle? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, for the, like...
I've skipped...
I'm not in the mood for this. Or
you skip, like, 10 in a row on shuffle.
Yeah. Then I'm like, maybe I need to clean these out. But then I go through them, and I still keep them. Because I'm like, dude, like, Jumpman is still on my DJ playlist. I never listen to that song. Yeah. But I'm like, well, if I ever have a party to go to...
Dude, Jumpman's going to be... It's a blast from the past.
I know. Yeah, there's songs now that are like... I remember when that album came out when we were in high school, and that was like the shit.
Yeah, that was the
Jumpman,
that was the anthem, bro.
Yeah.
Jumpman was the.
I also had a little like, I guess it was like a daydream, but like you know how your mind like you think of something and then it kind of just, like it goes off on like Like if it was a movie or a show, it'd be like, and it would like fade, and then it would be playing. In my mind, we put out a song, like Midwest Mayhem put out a song, and we requested to play it at our prom or whatever at his high school dance, and we were fucking banging out to it.
Dude, you know how much clout we would have if we did that? How cool would that be?
Yeah,
that'd be so.
In my
tight.
head, I was like, what if we got that done in high school? Because like, remember, there's people. Like, there's that Louis Cass rapper or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know about that. Because you know what I even thought about is, like, what if we did that? And then remember that big old barn party you had?
Yeah.
I wanted so bad.
If we performed?
If we, like, performed at that. Like, I thought about that all the time.
Yeah.
And, like, while it was coming up, I'm like, what if we do this? And then we just perform it. And I was like, I don't know. Now that I...
In my head, that's
like,
really cool. Now it's probably like, yeah, it'd be ate up.
Yeah, that'd be super ate up. Oh, my God.
Everyone would be like, what?
What the fuck is happening with these guys right now? And then, like, we just got to show up the next day at school. Be like, back to it. Just being quiet.
Back on the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to being quiet.
Yeah, back to being quiet in school. Just show
This
out
is how
one day.
Eminem felt.
Yeah, that's how I feel like Marshall Mathers
I
right
feel
now.
like Marshall.
I feel like Marshall.
Matters. Oh.
I just sniffed really loud in the mic. That's my bad.
I feel like my nostrils are never working at the same time.
Nope.
Okay, cool. I think I have a deviated septum.
I do too.
I tell Emily's mom's a nurse. I'm like, dude, please just break my nose and reset it.
Yeah, just can you just reset my nose, please? Just
That's what they do. Unless they do like a surgery where like they cut into it or whatever. What they used to do apparently, they would just break it and then break it back. Like you know how your shoulder pops out of place or whatever, you just pop it back. Apparently that's what they just break it. And
ew, and that just fix your nostrils? Shit.
Allegedly, I'm willing to try for a low
Just let me
cost
break
of
my nose.
a broken nose.
Yeah, that's all right.
Dude, I don't have insurance, so I need to do some backwater shit to some back alley doctor medicine.
You just have somebody like just come up and hit you in the face. I mean, out of nowhere.
Bro, please punch me.
Dude.
Right here, right in my giant nose.
Just punch my nose like 3 degrees to the left, and then punch it back.
Like 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Get my protractor out so I know what angle to
sorry.
hit this nostril at.
Get my protractor and my notes out real quick.
Okay, according to my nose punching notes.
According to the Pythagorean theorem of the nose punching notes.
A squared plus C squared equals B squared.
Directly
Or C
at this
squared
45-degree
equals C
angle, going at 6.6 miles per hour.
Dude, who was it? Oh my god, I cannot think of his name either. But he was a kid in high school that was special. Oh, I cannot think of his name. Anyway, we would try to Fridays. Remember? Did you have weightlifting? Did you ever take weightlifting?
No.
Sorry, I'm fucking up the sentence.
No.
Okay, well, Fridays because Hartman was the coach, we would do nothing because his mind's on the game.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, we just play volleyball or basketball or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's this. We were just trying to make a half-court shot one time, and this kid would he would just not get anywhere near it. But he kept trying. So I'm like, what if in my head, like in his head, not my head, what if in his head, he's like doing all the calculations and like, like how Iron Man sees like the numbers or the Zach Galifianakis gif where it's all the math.
Yeah.
I'm like, what if that's how he is, but his body just can't match that.
Yeah, it's just like
his brain's working on overdrive and his body's like,
Like he can see
what he needs to do.
The perfect angle.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like
the little lines.
My calculations are correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like the numbers and shit.
Yeah.
And then it just goes
I think
like
about
2
that a
feet.
lot with like,
Shit.
the kid that's at Kinsey. That's kind of he's kind of special too.
Yeah.
We played dodgeball the other day. He was a killer.
Really? He was tearing it up?
Dude, and there's a kid in there that's like, I'm pretty good at basketball, right, James? And I'm like, yeah, you're pretty good. Like, he just loves to be good at, like, he was getting just taken out by this kid.
Oh, shit. Not very good at dodgeball then, huh?
Dude, I was like, he's pretty good, but it was just so funny. Like, he throws, he's flexing his bicep, but he puts his wrist back.
Do you fucking hear that right
Yeah.
now? What is that?
Is there a moving truck?
It's the fifth
It's
school
the
bus
school
of the day. How many
kids live around you?
50 million, I guess. When you have like 10 school buses, just come drop off.
They're
in the
all
same
from different
area.
schools too.
Yeah, that's stupid. You remember playing the one dodgeball game in middle school where you what was it called?
Wall ball?
Not wall ball. It was like dodgeball, but you could like
Target ball.
throw it in the hoop?
Target ball.
That was target ball?
The basketball hoop?
Yeah.
That hoop? Yeah, that was target ball.
That's so fun.
People would be on the outside. If you got out, you had to go to the outside of the.
Yeah.
And couldn't you? Didn't you go to the opposite side of the gym or like the court, or is that something else? I feel like there was a game we played where if you got out, you go to the outside rim of the basketball court, and then if a ball rolled towards you, you could still like participate basically.
I think that's target ball.
But target ball is definitely like if you make it in the hoop, everyone on your team comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's target ball.
That was so fun.
What was wall ball? Was that kickball but backwards? I don't get why that's even a sport. It's literally the same game, just you're going a different direction.
Yeah. Like in the gym.
Yeah. Like third was first or whatever.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I was like, this is kickball.
It's just kickball.
It's inverted kickball.
This is wall ball, actually.
Yeah. Did you ever play mat ball where you're in the gym or the wrestling?
No. I got out of that shit so quick.
Really?
Oh yeah, that was not me.
And we never wrestled, but like, you'd be in the wrestling room, and you'd have to be touching. Your hand would have to be on the mat.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
You could like tackle each other or some shit like that.
I think so. Yeah.
And of course, like some high school like the worst kids to have gym class with. Like, of course, I'm gonna be in that class.
Yeah.
And just get mangled.
I remember.
And Freegie's like, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's like be a man.
One time we were doing wrestling shit, and I think we were about to play mat ball, and like we did something, and I was like, I'm getting really lightheaded, and I actually was.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what happened, cause like that's some shit I would usually like make up.
Yeah.
Like, or not even like I don't even think I would make that shit up. I would just like play it and be uncomfortable playing mat ball. Seriously, I was like, he's like, we did like a practice thing, and I got up and I was like, whoa. I was like, I just got really lightheaded.
Yeah.
And Freegie's like, oh shit, okay. So like, had somebody like walk with me down to the water fountain.
Yeah.
I'll take a drink of the water, and I come back up. He's like, you just take it easy right there, and I'm like, fuck yes. I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
I remember
love being sick.
Something happened where Trent landed on Adam's ankle because he broke his foot or his ankle or something. He broke a bone, and we were like I don't know. Trent just like fell on him.
Yeah.
And he's like, ah. And Adam's like, he's like hobbling. And then next thing you know, he comes back and he's got crutches and a cast. He's like, yeah, I broke my ankle.
So, okay.
I'm like, oh my God.
Damn, Trent.
I know. Like, drink some milk.
Drink some fucking milk, Adam.
Now he's in the special forces. So
some weak ass bones.
Kind of got us
he
there.
He really did drink his milk.
He done drink his
got
milk.
Got to
boy.
him on that one.
And then, dude, we were doing something. It must have been a football practice or something because we were doing like sprints in the gym. So it must have been storming outside or something. And Trent cramped up mid like running from one side to the other. And you just hear like scream, like you just hear his body squeak across the floor, and he goes, And Hartman rolled his eyes, and then it's like, then he ran over to him because that was such a frequent thing where like Trent would cramp up.
Really?
Yeah.
Say, god damn it, he's cramping again.
Damn it, this is what I get for putting my salary on the line with high school boys.
Fuck this place. I hate this shit. Oh, shitter. You want to call it?
What do you think? We're about 2 hours in.
I like it.
You got class at 4.
Yeah, I'm here. Let's call it.
Sounds good. Well,
we'll talk to you guys later.
Congrats us on our engagement.
Yeah, James. Very happy for you.
Thank you.
Good to see you happy.
Yes.
And engaged. We're engaged right now.
Mm-hmm.
Excited to see the future of this show.
The future of the show will develop and sprout into a very good family.
Yeah. Our own very good family. Mm-hmm. I love it. So just please stick with us, even though sometimes we come
Whoever's out there in the abyss.
Whoever's listening to this, please stick with us.
Stick with us.
And tell your friends to be like, yo, these guys are cooking up something great. And next episode, we'll be here with the fire.
We're going to take so much... Does Adderall make you hyper?
Yeah.
We're going to take so much Adderall.
So much Adderall, and we're going to snort pixie sticks.
All the Adderalls and pixie sticks, and we're going to split. We're going to each have a 10-pound bag of lime Sour Patch Kids.
We're going to be on the craziest sugar Adderall rush you've ever heard in your life. James and I will be on the jokes like this shit is no tomorrow.
You'll be dying. You'll be laughing.
You'll be dying. You'll actually pass
dead.
away.
You'll
rest in peace. We're going to throw out a warning for the next episode. Please get funeral arrangements.
On the
in
Jordan
line.
episode.
Yeah. On the what?
The Jordan episode, 'cause he'll be 23.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how much we love him.
That's
He's
what MJ right there. That's my
he's
guy.
our favorite.
That's my guy. Just doing MJ shit, eating Sour Patch
I
Kids.
love
like,
the Chicago Bulls and Monster Energy and
that time he played baseball
Jordan shoes.
and Looney Tunes,
Go get a pack of smokes.
Newports.
Get some Newports. And,
Okay.
Are we done?
Yeah. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.